Uh, okay, are we live? Hopefully, we're live right now. Let me just pull up chat. And hi, everyone. Um, you probably noticed that there's something different with the music. And I'm sorry, but I just need to, what's the name? Kind of address this since it may feel weird. Um, so I got what's the name? Uh, I got some copyright warnings, not strikes, but warnings, some copyright claims. Yeah, that's that. Some copyright claims due to the music of this game. And I've gotten those in the past, and all I needed to do was like censor certain parts of like the audio of certain strings. I didn't even have to take everything. I could leave like my commentary and just take off the music. But with that one, pretty much the whole string, like the music for the whole string, was claimed. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to use the string as a test. I've lowered the volume so that hopefully uh like the music won't be like audible enough for YouTube to have a problem with it. Okay. And if that's still a problem, then unfortunately I'm just going to have to turn off the music for you guys. Sucks, but it's it's what I gotta do to abide by YouTube's rules, unfortunately. Hello, Arma, and yes, copyright, like, copyright itself, I don't think it's a bad thing, but certainly the way YouTube, like, applies it, like, how they have their copyright claim system and, like, the punishments for it, how they identify that, super stupid, honestly. A lot of creators suffer with this, and now I'm just finally starting. Guess it's a rite of passage or something like that. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Arma, Eifeisha, and Kodokunasu. And with that disclaimer out the way, let's start. When I left the base early in the morning, my mental state was back in the dumps, and any improvement that I'd felt from my time in the game was gone. Why did I have to go to school? Why did it have to be today? This sucks. Mm. But I couldn't stay home. If I stayed home, it would ruin my whole attendance schedule. Then I wouldn't be able to graduate. Graduate. Why the hell do I need to graduate anyway? So you can get a job, you fucking massive bun. I say as a fucking YouTuber. Anyway, I swear this protagonist is like a mirror to me. This is a reflection of all my worst parts. That's why I hate it. Anyway, he already sounds like a. Oh, don't worry, he is a dork. He doesn't sound like one. He is a dork. It was my idea, but still I couldn't help but complain. You say it as if that's not like all you do. Anyway, when I got to the luxury residences at Shoto, I suddenly realized I'd been feeling someone looking at me the whole time. But it wasn't God's gaze. There wasn't that weird feeling on my neck. Hmm, I saw that. I saw that. As I turned the corner, I took a quick look behind me without turning around and caught a glimpse of a girl in a Sume uniform. Was it the demon from 2 days ago? Suddenly, my heart started to pound. I was so nervous that I started to walk funny. Uh, hello, Nunia Feeble. Welcome to the stream. Started to feel like I no longer belonged in the quiet morning around me. I could hear the sounds of birds chirping on the power lines and the faint sound of the morning news from the televisions inside the houses around me. This didn't feel like a place where any kind of murder could happen. And yet, I felt like I was about to have delusions of myself being brutally killed. I want to see those. After the scene at the end of last string, I really want to see those. No, I needed to calm down. I hadn't gotten a clear look. Oh, hello, Ednan. Welcome to the string. I hadn't gotten a clear look at their face, had I? And if they were a Suimei student, it was only natural that they'd be following me. They were headed to school, just like I was. Okay, I had an idea. Instead of following the path that led straight towards school, I made a right instead. I fought down the urge to turn around and tried to act as naturally as possible. I kept walking, trying to contain my nervousness, and after a minute, I quietly turned around. Ha! I saw that! I saw that! You think you're slick? Our eyes almost met, and I quickly turned my head forward again. Why was she following me? This wasn't the way to school. Was she actually tailing me? It was a face I didn't recognize. The one thing I could tell for sure, though, was that it wasn't the demon from the other day. This girl had glasses. Just knowing that alone made me feel much more relieved. I decided I should just head straight to school. I have to cancel my usual morning breakfast, but I didn't have a choice. Well, that sucks. Then you go away. Go away. This fucking guy. I swear. Fucking guy. To me, you're just pedestrian number one, or go away. No more important than that, so go away. The protagonist up to his usual shenanigans again. Soon he'll straight up start calling her like an insect or subhuman or whatever other words the synthetic man uses. Anyway, no, it's bugs, bug people. That's what he says. Go away, stop tailing me, and disappeared when I got to the school entrance. She seemed to have somewhere else to go since she headed for the third year student classrooms. Maybe I was just imagining her tailing me. Imagine this is all in his head, just like everything else. But it didn't make the sense that she'd follow me down a route that led away from the school. Was she just trying to upset me? Had I done something to make her mad? No, I hadn't. There was no way I could. At this school, I was as invisible as the air. So, what was she after? I somehow made it through an awful day at school and has always stopped at cafe on my way home. Of course, I sat in room 37. Let me just read a couple of you guys' comments and then I'll continue. Um, do you watch the Synthetic Man or just clips of him? Um, I watch a few clips and I've watched a couple of his reviews. That's how I know. Uh, he uses this. This is a good opportunity to talk about this actually. The reasons the synthetic man can get away with saying all this like horrendous stuff on stream, since that's mostly where he does it on stream and get away with it like without his channel getting banned, is that he always deletes the VODs. So the logic is that if there is no evidence, they can't like convict me for the crime. You know. And the worst part is that it works. He hasn't gotten banned despite saying like literal slurs on stream and wishing death upon actual people for years now. It's fucking wild. But yeah, I watch a couple of his reviews and some clips from the stream. uh Let me read some things. A cool YouTuber. So at least you have that. See, Protag, if you had listened to OA, you could skip this day. Thank you all. John Chaos Head is graduating. What agency was he a part of? No, not in that way. It means actual graduation. Then I blink. Hello. That's a bit specific, man. I missed it. Oh, you're probably talking about uh like either what I said, like at the time of the delusions, or like the blink and you miss it, like girl appearing on screen. Okay. Sintler is always two steps ahead. I don't think he is. I just think he's gotten lucky. He really isn't that smart. If he was, he could have predicted that some things were going to happen and prevent them. Like the strike on his channel, like it's amazing. He got strike on his channel for hate speech, right? For one of his videos. And like he appeared on another guy's stream, and he was saying like, no, this is bullshit, I didn't say any hate speech on like that video. What is YouTube talking about? And then I like saw the video on an archive channel that like still has it up, and like in the first 10 minutes of the video, so not a stream, that was actually a video he kept on his channel. That's why he had a strike. He said that no, women are baby making factories that need to die if we are to finally extinguish this fucking species. I don't remember the specifics, but it was something along these lines, like calling women breeding factories. So I saw that and I was like, oh wow, I wonder why you were like hit with hate speech violation. Oh, I wonder what could have happened. So no, I don't. I wouldn't say he's two steps ahead. Sorry. But anyway, bro, what? But he forgot that the internet never forgets. Exactly. What? Wow. Hello, Metal Wolf. You arrived at quite the interesting moment in the stream. But yeah, that dude is just whatever. Anyway. Oh yeah, I remember that one. It was something about sending them to the front lines or something like that. Exactly. Top 10 things we agree with. Oh my god, you fucking edge lords. Anyway, moving on. I somehow made it through an awful day at school and has always stopped at like uh, uh, and has always stopped at cafe on my way home. Of course, I sat in room 37. Usually the rooms around me were empty. But surprisingly enough, there was somebody in room 36 today. Oh, I wonder who it is. The door to the room was closed. I could see the desk light was turned on inside. I sighed a little as I went into my own room. Having someone next door made it hard to chat. Was the kind of person who I was the kind of person who always said things out loud when he chatted. Can is there a single thing about this guy that isn't like cringe as fuck? I swear to God. Anyway, well, whatever. Time to just log into ESO. I just have to be careful not to say anything. What's their problem? Hmm? I slammed my palm down on the keyboard, annoyed. What? Someone there like use one of the rooms close to you at the cafe? Like that's their biggest crime. Right? That's what got you so mad. Anyway, I shouldn't be getting like this angry just at the start of the stream. Let's calm down and try to experience the story. I've been playing for about 2 hours now. Um, Today was just a stressful day. The pair I grouped with were clearly new players. Oh my god, please don't. As always, I stayed in the background, trying to let them have the glory for themselves, but one would always run in ahead of us and die, and then do it again. The other mage refused to use any magic to help us. Are you are you playing with like pirate software or something? Sorry, I had to. I just had to. Our party must have died a dozen times. And then on top of that, all they did was complain in chat. Oh no, no, it's okay. Now he's justified. He can say whatever he wants about this. These are actually annoying people now. Freaking idiots. Okay, finally we agree. I got so mad I PK'd that. Did you say you didn't do that? Whatever. That's valid. Took all their items and then quickly escaped to another area. Can't even blame this person for this now. Hello, Andres. Nightheart couldn't do that stuff, but Lizelot could. That was why I came all the way to at cafe to log in. Also, he like has to preserve his also important reputation with that character, and that's why he uses this one. And here I thought at least that was because like he wanted a new experience or to play with a new class or why did I delude myself into thinking that? Anyway, I felt a little better, so I decided to take a break and go get something to drink. Okay. At cafe had free drinks and a well-stocked soda fountain near the counter. Can you guys tell that this game is quite old? The one problem with room 37 was that it was pretty far from the bar. Just walk a couple of steps, whatever. Why am I trying to apply logic to this guy? He would just complain about everything. When I left the room, I saw that the door to room 36 was open. I had to go by it if I was going to get to the soda fountain. I took a quick peek inside as I walked by, and nobody was there. Actually, I realized I heard the sound of somebody getting up a moment ago. But there was a bag sitting next to the chair in the room. It was a student's bag. Decorative straps hung from it, stuffed animals dangling at their ends. They were Garo Froggy, the thing Nanami had showed me yesterday. Three of them too. Maybe it really was popular. Not that I cared. If I kept staring at it and they came back, they might think I was a stalker or a thief. No comment on that. I decided to forget about it and go get my soda. But when I saw what was showing on their monitor, my eyes went wide. The monitor was displaying the words New Gen Aggregator Site. Was in a really nasty looking, attention grabbing font too. New Gen. I'd been deliberately avoiding looking up anything about it. I didn't want to know the details. That was how I was telling myself that it had nothing to do with me. Pure and simple denial. Just whatever. We already knew about that. Anyway, was there a reason the person who just happened to be in the room next to me at the net cafe was looking at the new gen aggregator site? Isn't that like just popular and like relevant subject in general for the people in your world? Actually, you're the weird one for not looking that up. Like this doesn't really tell you anything if like if that's what you're implying. For a moment, I saw the demon girl's face again, and my whole body shivered. I shook my head to drive away the negative thoughts. I was overthinking it. Yeah, I was just being paranoid. New Gen was the media's favorite subject right now, and not a day went by when the TV shows weren't discussing it. Everybody was interested in it. Well, okay. The protagonist was just momentarily scared and is now being more reasonable and logical. Fair, fair. That was the only reason. Yeah, it had to be. Time to forget about it and go get my soda. I put my cup under the dispenser and pushed the button for soda. Ice cold soda came down, right into the cup. The sun was setting and it was starting to get crowded. I could see a small line of people waiting at the register. As it got later, more and more people were going to come. In an hour or so, all the rooms around room 37 would be full. That would probably be my cue to go home. I took my cup and went back to my seat. As I walked back, I took a quick glance down the corridor that led to the restrooms. Tell us the flavor. Uh, I'm guessing just normal, like Coca Cola, probably. That's what I'm imagining, at least. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Let me read some comments before we continue. I shouldn't be surprised, but still, yeah, the synthetic man is too much, even for like someone who pretty much grew up around the edge like me. What is this horrid game he's playing? Uh, if you're talking about the graphics, it's probably because one, this is a visual novel, so this is only like a way to illustrate to give a rough idea of the game he's playing. And again, this game is set in the past, so the bad graphics make sense. Terra Classic, JK. Uh, honestly, no, no, I won't say anymore. Just let's maintain that as just a normal joke. Finally, he's relatable. He mentioned it on a previous stream. You forgot, Owe? Um, like he mentioned what exactly? Like maybe I forgot. Sorry. But I don't know what you mean exactly, Fisher. What did he mention that I forgot? Very a simpler time. That was the flavor. I mean, I would be too if I also saw what he did on the previous day. Go away, carbonated tap water. Yum. Did you ever play classic Terra away? No, I wasn't too much into MMORPGs. Like I just heard about it. But yeah, I mean, I would be too if I saw what he did on the previous day. Oh, you mean you would be scared too? Yeah, I think anybody like reasonable would. So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, let's continue now. Huh? I saw a girl with glasses in a Suime uniform disappearing down the end of the hall. It was Girl A, the one who'd been following me this morning. Huh? Seems like Owe catched on. Uh, I thought I must have been mistaken, so I hid behind a bookshelf and watched the corridor for a while, but I never saw her again. It's just I just imagine the like awkward image like to everyone outside the scene of just a girl trying to hide from a guy that's also tried to hide from her. It must have looked so so fucking ridiculous from the outside looking in. Anyway, I must have been imagining it, right? Dumb fuck, whatever. Yeah, I'd only seen her for a second. And there were probably a ton of Suimei girls who used this cafe, a lot of whom probably wore glasses. But what if it was Gerway? What was she doing here? Was it just a coincidence, or had she followed me? I started to feel scared. I left the cafe and hurried back to the base. I gotten too scared to stay. I wanted to go home as fast as possible, but the streets were crowded with people, and I couldn't move forward as fast as I wanted. I was starting to feel sick. It felt like everyone was laughing at me. I, I already said what I wanted to say. You can guess. Whatever. Anyway, let's continue. The crosswalk turned red, so I had to stop. I took a quick look around. There was no sign of Gerway. As I headed up Dogenzaka Hill, walking got a lot easier. Usually I chose to take the back streets where there weren't as many people. But with a serial killer on the loose, yeah, that's very much the more intelligent like choice. Good on you, Protag. But after what happened 2 days ago, I decided to take the main streets instead. I came to another red light and looked around again, but there was no sign of Gerway. Maybe the person I'd seen at cafe was someone else after all. I relaxed a little, relieved, and turned around. Ah, she's there! Oh my god! One thing that's interesting that A. Fisher mentioned earlier is that maybe that thing I did accidentally was actually the best, like the way to achieve the best route. Because as you can see, you can actually choose if you're going to see the delusions or not. So actually, maybe choosing not to see them um, is what leads to the good ending. Like maybe like resisting the urge of the delusions as much as possible is what will allow us to see the good ending. Though I'm a bit too curious, so yeah, I'm not resisting shit. I took a step back in shock. There on the other side of the crosswalk, standing with the other pedestrians waiting to cross, was the girl. And her eyes, behind her glasses, were locked dead onto me. Her eyes were intense, as if she was trying to send some kind of message. Hmm? Oh, this is animated. The light changed. Girlway started to walk alongside the other pedestrians. She was heading towards me. I couldn't move. I just stood there in shock. She was still staring at me and getting closer and closer. And she stopped right in front of me. Run, my mind said. But my body refused to move, and it felt like my mind had left my body entirely. Did the protagonist finally grow a brain? Probably. Like, it will be some good development for once. Also, welcome Generico Geronimos to the stream. She slowly put her hand inside her jacket, as if wanting to be sure I saw every movement, and then she took something out from inside her inside pocket. Scan call. A knife, a gun, maybe a stun gun. Maybe I just seen too many TV shows, but all kinds of terrible ideas came to me. Here, she whispered. Her gaze was unwavering from behind her glasses. Her eyes were fixated firmly onto my own. You dropped this. What she showed me was a student notebook. You dropped this at a net cafe. I'm glad I caught up to you. I took it without really thinking about whether I should or not. When I opened it, it had my photo and name on the inside. It was my student notebook, all right? Uh, I'm not going to say anything for now because this is probably a delusion, but yeah, if it isn't, I definitely have something to comment here. Your name is Takumi Nishijo, right? Her expression suddenly softened. I'm sorry, but I looked inside. I'm a student at Suimei too. Thanks. The tension left my body. Was I just being paranoid the whole time? But by the way, Nishijo, do you have a girlfriend? Oh yeah, I definitely this is definitely like delusion. And I definitely chose the horny delusion this time. No, really? Then would you like me to be your Yes, yes, yes. I was about to get a girlfriend. My Ryaju life was here. Didn't you say you weren't interested in 3D girls, you pathetic fuck? Like, where's your like loyalty to the 2D world? This fucking guy. Now let's one sec. Ryaju. Otaku slang for someone whose real life, Ria, is fulfilling. Jiu-jitsu. Huh. And fun. Ryaju will have a girlfriend, lots of friends, and perhaps be on a sports team. So they're the equivalent of the jocks around here. Okay. Or maybe just popular people. Something along those lines. Uh, yeah, shut down. That's just your fucking delusion. Came back to my senses. The crosswalk light was still red, not blue. Girl A wasn't in front of me. She was on the other side of the street. Was that just a delusion of mine? Of course it was. You really think your fucking dumbass would ever get like would ever pull a girl like that? Be real, dude. Anyway, this time the light changed for real. The crowd began to move. I couldn't move. Girl A didn't move. We stared at each other. It was as if time had stopped for the two of us and no one else. Why wasn't she moving? Was she just standing there? It didn't make sense. It was weird. I shouldn't get involved. I needed to run. I needed to run while I could. Run. I forced my timid brain into action and ran as fast as I could. I ran the opposite direction from her and down a side street I saw. I collided with something and fell on the ground, hard, hitting my shoulder. I gasped I gasped in agony as pain raced through my whole body. I couldn't tell what had happened. It was all I could do to sit up. When I looked, I saw there was a large scooter in the middle of the street that I knocked over. I must have collided with it. I gritted my teeth and tried to force myself to stand up, but I couldn't feel any strength in my legs. I didn't think anything was broken, but. Are you okay? Then why are all the girls in this game so beautiful, man? Anyway, girl A was there. She must have caught up to me at some point. She was looking down on me, worried. Maybe his delusion wasn't so far off after all. Ha! Lucky bastard. What? What the hell was going on? Who was this woman? My body wouldn't move. I was too scared. I didn't know what to do. It was too late now, but I regretted not taking the train to Shinsen. Are you hurt? Her voice was timid and hesitant. Was she trying to act worried to get me to let my guard down? You're not going to fool me. I won't let any 3D girls fool me. Come on, Protega. I saw that delusion. I know your ass is going to fold to this girl the minute she like is nice to you for like a microsecond. What do you want? Huh? Don't follow me. What do you want from me? I yelled at her. I still couldn't stand up, so I crawled away from her. It's so fucking pathetic. It's fucking hilarious. If I didn't put some distance between us, I was afraid she might pull a knife on me. The terrible sight came back to me again and again, and I kept feeling like it was going to happen to me too. She seemed hurt. Yeah, she has every right to, you rude asshole. Oh, hello, Big Pew. Welcome to the stream. Uh, Um, you just started running, so I got worried and followed you. I saw you lying on the ground, and but I don't have anything to talk to you about right now. So oh wow, she's almost as awkward as you, Protag. Maybe something could happen there. If you if you stop being a fucking idiot, you don't have anything to talk to me about. What does that mean? I was hoping for too much. Then why are you following me? It's because she was stammering. Was really suspicious. You stammer all the damn time. You whatever. My name is Yua Kuzunoki. Hmm? I had an ask, but she introduced herself anyway. It's because it's the polite thing to do. This fucking guy, I swear. When I saw you, I kind of got curious about you, and one sec, I'll read the comments. Protag mentioned that he wanted to be more free than his hero persona in that MMO. Plus, no one knows it's him playing that other character. No, no, I know that. I remember that, but I meant that like I thought he was talking about some more noble things. Like, no, he wanted to be free from the expectations, to just like be able to fuck around, not play as well, maybe test some things that like he wasn't particularly good at, just to have a like different experience. I didn't expect it him to mean that, oh no, I just am playing this other character because I want to do horrible things. But again, I should have predicted that. Will the goat ever play Tsukihime? If you're talking about me, uh I'll be honest. You're probably going to hate me for this, but I tried playing Tsukihime at one time, and fuck it, I dropped that shit, man. Uh, I really like Tsukihime's story in the manga adaptation, which you should all read, by the way. But V and Shiki, when we have access to his thoughts, just infuriated me to no end. Like especially when he goes full edge lord mode. That was so cringe, man. I could try again, but for now I have no interest in doing that. Oh, there she is. Hello, girlway. I can guess what the red choice would look like. If the game was really based, it would give you the option to accuse her of stealing it and making a big scene that leads to an instant bad end. Let's be real, the protagonist would never be like brave enough to do that. Like that option would not be like character accurate in the slightest. Traitor! How could he betray his wife? Exactly. This fucking traitor. Folding the minutes like a real girl that he claims not to like shows him like any degree of attention. Fucking anyway. So, was the protagonist actually schizophrenic or is the delusion more metaphorical? Neither. We like call him a schizo because it's funny, but it's actually more akin to like a daydream, you know? Waifu traders get no mercy, correct? Wait, is this the girl who also didn't come to school so often? Mm, was that a thing? I don't remember them mentioning it, like a girl that didn't come to school too often. So I can't tell. Sorry, don't trust her. I bet her glasses are fake. Um, yeah, I don't know about that. Like, this is a bit too good to be true. So yeah, don't trust her. But I I I I, I don't think her glasses are fake. I'll just say that. Nah, that's fair. Shiki is a tweaked out protag lol. He literally threatened to grape CL. I don't blame. Yeah, that was in the manga too, and that was like I get the logic behind it, but that scene was so fucking stupid in so many levels, dude. Oh yes, I'm going to grape you, girl who can lift 10 of me with one finger and who could literally tear me in half right now without even trying. Yes, I totally can do that. Just fucking, I swear, Shiki. The protect friend mentioned it. Oh, okay. So it must have been like during that conversation. Mm. I don't know. It's possible, honestly. It's possible. Now that you mentioned that, uh, because we saw her like hanging out at the internet cafe researching about like new gen and stuff like that. Maybe she's actually so obsessed with this stuff that she's like not coming to school or something like that. Maybe not because we don't really know much about this girl at all, but it could be now that you like now that you pointed that out. It definitely could be. He must have been confident in his chances. Fucking, that's because he's a dumbass. That's why. Uh, but let's continue. So I so you started stalking me. I'm actually going to control yourself. The girl Yua was staring at the ground as she talked. I'm sorry. She bowed. That's how you say that, right? I'm sorry. I have trouble with this word. Impossible. That was my honest reaction. Can you not be cringe for like 10 seconds, dude? Seriously. Now that I got a clear look at her, this Yua girl was pretty cute, I'll admit that. He doesn't even have like an upper head and a lower head. He just he either thinks with his dick or he doesn't think at all. It's just okay, whatever. But that doesn't mean I could believe it. A 3D girl interested in me? Finally, now you're actually growing a brain. What kind of age game scenario was that? That had never happened in my entire life. It sounded to me like an obvious lie. You know what? That's a good point. Did she think this would make me happy? Especially when she been acting like a stalker a moment ago? I mean, you seem pretty happy in that delusion of yours, so I don't know about that. Maybe she was 2D, it might work, but a 3D girl like that was just a weirdo. Scary. Pot calling the kettle black, I swear. Felt really embarrassed just being here, too. So I wanted to get out of here as soon as possible. 3D girls were just. There's a synthetic mainstream. This is an actual synthetic mainstream now. It's just that I'm playing as him instead. Fuck. Oh, dude, fucking hell. Even talking to one made you nervous. That's just you, Protag. That's just you. I'm not interested in. Are you actually going to say that out loud? Jesus Christ. Huh? No, the fucking. He's folded immediately. Swear. I tried to say something harsh, but hesitated. But I knew if I didn't say it, she'd keep stalking me. I didn't want that. You're a weirdo. Leave me alone. You don't get to say that to anyone, dude. I'm sorry. Feel so bad for the girls in this game having to deal with Takumi's bullshit, man. Goddamn. I don't even care if you're lying to him. You don't deserve this. You deserve better. She looked sad. Did she really feel bad about it, maybe? I'm actually going to strangle you. No, I couldn't let her fool me. I couldn't believe in any 3D person. I only believed in 2D, nothing else. I could trust Satan a lot more than I could trust. I can't do it. This is too much even for me, man. This fucking guy. Just leave me alone. I'm going home. I forced myself to stand up as I stammered out the words. My whole body still hurt, especially my shoulder. I could barely move it, and every so often I feel a dull ache from it. The pain was making me a little dizzy. I might have hit my head a little when I landed. I staggered for a moment, and Yua quickly grabbed my hands. You're hurt, right? Let me help you. Even after all that, the girls in this game are real angels, man. That's what I'll say. It was all I could do uh, not to turn to look at her. I knew my face was bright red. If she saw it, she'd definitely make fun of me. I knocked her hand away violently so that I could turn away from her. My mind was going blank. I'd almost never had a chance to touch a girl who wasn't a family member. I could feel my heartbeat quickening. Then why did you. Let me walk you home. You got hurt because I was following you. fucking angel, man. This fucking. fucking- don't do it. Don't do it, you. I have like physical evidence that he wouldn't do the same for you. This guy absolutely does not deserve this kindness. So let me walk you home. I appreciated her offer. I fucking doubt that. I wasn't used to having anybody be nice to me. I felt like I might actually fall in love with this 3D girl I hated just a moment ago. I'm actually at my fucking limit. But that didn't mean I had the courage to look straight at her. And anyway, she was a stalker, and she might have something to do with that demon girl too, and I didn't want to die. I cannot simply call this man an incel. He's a compulsory celibate. A cancel. Welcome to the stream, evil bookman. That's true. I've seen in documentaries like actual incels that aren't this insufferable. But again, this is an anime, so they're supposed to exaggerate. So many different thoughts were racing through my head that I didn't know what I felt anymore. Where do you live? Oh, Shinsen? I nodded and then realized what I'd done. Why the hell did I tell her that? What was I expecting to happen? This was just a delusion anyway. Or maybe if it wasn't, I would only be happy for a while before it all got ruined at the last second. That's how it always worked out in anime, right? I could feel the death flags popping up by the second. I, I can't. I literally can't even, my man. Fucking- let me fucking read some comments to detox. How did he get a delusion of her close up at the crosswalk if he just saw her face? That's a good point, actually. I might leave the stream, not for you or anything else, but after hearing someone say that unironically makes me wanna die. You know what? I don't even blame you. Like, if any of you want to leave the stream just due to the pure concentrated cringe, like I'm going to be a bit sad, but I don't blame you at all. Freaking destroyed her, dude. Fuck. Okay. This game was from 2006, sadly, meaning most people genuinely thought he was relatable. What kind of horrible people did you think lived in 26, my dude? Like, I don't know if I agree to that. This main character is so cringe, I can't even laugh, just pity. And somehow people genuinely like him. The girls in this game have the kindness only God Himself could give a human. True and real. I'm starting to think this guy is an incel. I don't think consel is enough anymore, actually. That's a way better term. My HB is an incel. Not even he is that annoying. It's not just a celibate. It's a celitoid. He's a true cell. Doom cell. Just a cell. There is no term to describe this level of celibacy. Not even an asexual could relate to this. Dude, your comments are just great. I love, I love this community, man. Chaos Cell or Head Cell might also work. I love this. 2006 was around Prime 4chan, and even anime was seen as weird. So most. Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Yeah, fair. I don't think every 4chaner was like this, but maybe the people on Poe, honestly. We need that back for real. Make anime weird again. Yes, anime should be weird again, but don't go back to being like this guy. Like, let's make anime weird. Let's not make ourselves this pathetic, please. Uh, but anyway, moving on. Or even if it wasn't. Oh, okay, I already read that. Crap. Now she was up against me, trying to help me walk. I could feel her soft body against mine. Her hair smelled good. Impossible. Uh, no 3D girl would ever be this nice to me. You're. I'm not even gonna comment, man. Don't go back to the 4chan era. I'd rather die. Again, I advocate for making anime weird again, not like go back to being like 4chaners, like actual terrible people. Let's just make the fandom like niche and like talk about panty shots or something like that. That's enough going back for me, honestly. Can you walk? I nodded again. Then let's go. She sounded nervous and she was watching my feet as we slowly walked. You know, maybe if you had a shred of empathy, you might realize that this situation is just as awkward for her as it is for you. Maybe you could. Anyway, at this point, I didn't feel like I could refuse or shake her off. Helplessly, I let her tiny body support me as we went. Neither I nor you said a word until we got to the building where the base was at. One second, I just put I just saw a comment here that I have to address. I'll take 100 like one-shot heroin anime over flavor of the month seasonal shonen. You already do. Like, did you see the uh new releases? Like, we're going to have isekai, apparently like a whole bunch of isekai heroin anime for the next like 5 to 10 years. Like, if I'm not mistaken. So, this is already reality. Like, there are so few actual shonens nowadays, and so many like heron ecchi isekais that like this isn't even a hypothetical. This is just what's happening. Is this the diary of an autistic man? Hey, come on, man. Like, autistic people aren't like all autistic people aren't like this terrible, okay? And that's what I'm going to say. Like, they're kind of awkward, they have some difficulties, but they're not like this insufferable, this isn't an autist, this is just a socially awkward misogynist, okay? That's what he is. There was no way I could have a real conversation with that girl. At least you're self aware. Even if I talked about anime or games or figures, a 3D girl would never try to understand. She'd just tell me I was creepy. Do you think that girls don't like anime? Like, even at this time, like, girls liking anime wasn't even like uncommon. Like around the 2010s, like in the era of more like edgy anime and stuff like that, I remember there were lots of girls who liked anime. So like, I'd see them in comments, even in some of the anime I watched, there were a lot of girls who even uh the fucking degenerate heroin etchies I used to watch, like fucking used to watch, like as if I don't watch them nowadays. Like, is this dude just fucking living in a bubble? Like, how do you? I need to calm down. I need to calm down. Let's get on with the story. And from my perspective, there was no point in talking to. I'm not gonna read that. From my perspective, no, you know what? I'm altering this whole phrase. From my absolutely zero IQ perspective, there was no point in talking to an absolute angel like that. There, that's more akin to reality. It's fucking. This is far enough. I whispered, and then watched to see how she reacted. She nodded slightly and then let go of me. I still staggered a little. Are you going to, like, thank her? Please? Are you sure you don't want me to take you to your room? I ignored her and headed for the building's lobby. I'm about to crash out, man. I'm about to fucking crash out. I say lobby, but it really was just a narrow hallway leading to some elevators. There was a small staircase, and when I tried to go up it, I felt an incredible pain that almost knocked me over. Are you okay? She ran over and grabbed me. Damn it. Was she still here? I need to take you to your room. I'm going to do it no matter what you say. For some reason, she seemed really desperate. That's because she's an actual good person. Uh, like you should learn from her. You should really like try to be better. You fucking ooh. Anyway, someone said this on the last stream, but yeah, this protagonist. I think it was even like Evil Bookman. Like this protagonist seems to get worse and worse by the minute. It's actually impressive. To be honest, she'd been a big help in getting me this far. Good. Now you're acknowledging it. Now, how about some thanks? Yes. Is that too much? My base was on the roof, and to get there, you had to take the elevator to the 8th floor and then go up a steep staircase. I couldn't have done it on my own. Yua didn't look that strong, but she is certainly way stronger than you in pretty much every aspect. But she'd done everything she could to help me up. She'd been supporting me for so long she was out of breath. You live here, huh? She looked at the shipping container in shock. I guess to most people, living in a shipping container was really weird. Yeah, pretty weird. I'm kind of jealous. God, what an absolute angel. I don't know about this loser, but I already fell in love again. Huh? It's got this kind of outlaw feeling to it, you know? I certainly wasn't expecting her to say that. Was she trying to suck up to me? You can't fool me. I'm not letting 3D girls fool me. I'm laughing not to cry. This is so fucking. Anyway, with her help, I unlocked the padlock and went inside. Let me detox again. Blah 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 blah. Uh, I have never had a girlfriend, and I'm kind of bad looking, but not even I'm this weird around woman, bro. Same. God, isekai heron slopheads will be eating well. Yes, we will. The anime industry needs to animate more actually good manga. This isn't an autistic man. As autistic people are not like this, don't mean that like all autistic people are like that, but like just him. Yeah, okay, fair. This is a psychopath with tism and many other issues. He might be on both ends of the tism schizo spectrum at the same time. Uh, this usually wouldn't be possible, but I feel like this protagonist, like if anyone, this protagonist might achieve such a thing. We, as in us, will not be eating well until smartphone isekai gets another. No, no, no. Now you said cringe. Now you went too far. Is he top 10 incels? I don't think. No, no. He is like top two. No one can beat the synthetic man. I talk about dojins with my girlfriend, bro. He should have just went for it. Then some people are out here dying of thirst, and some others are drowning. Ai, verdadeiramente não sobra nada pro Betinha. Anyway, blah 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 blah. We'd rather die. I can tell he uses Reddit and 4chan. Problem with 2chan is seems impossible to use outside of Japan. One sec. even with a VPN. Probably both. This man makes me suicidal remembering people genuinely relate to him. He goes on Reddit to argue pointlessly and then goes to 4chan to argue, but with slurs. Is she going to be a serial killer or something? Why does she have so much patience? You know what? That is starting to actually get suspicious, man. Like, no one should be that nice. Like, people, I feel like even like good, wholesome people would be like heavily tempted to just stab this guy in the middle of the street. Like if they interacted with him. Like this girl is way too patient. Uh he for sure loves it. Or MC realizing good people exist. Not gonna lie, I kinda want to see him get worse to see where it leads to. uh I mean, to some extent I also have this kind of morbid curiosity, but to another I kinda don't. This is already fucking too much, yeah. To every human ever, yeah. Oh my god, this reminded me of that one goofy image, like, damn bitch, you live like this? Uh where's the cat? She's too nice. This ever get an anime adaptation? Not a very good one, but yes, it did. See, girls, that's why you shouldn't be nice to boys. They fall too easy. I'm not gonna comment on that. When is she gonna tase him and sell him to Mr. Yakuza Zero? Please, please let this be the end of the game. I see anti MCs with more personality. Yeah, hey, come on. This dude has a personality. It's just a terrible personality. Like, come on, be reasonable here. Isekai smartphone was the lazy one with the cute twins, right? Yes. What a world where cute girls are simply not enough anymore. If you're implying that anime from years ago only had cute girls going for it, gonna have to disagree. The protagonist is secretly a masochist, so he hates kind people. That'd be one hell of a twist, I'll say that. But fine, I feel like I can continue with the game. With her help, I unlocked the padlock and went inside. Phew, I was finally home. What another awful day. I resolved again to never leave my room if I could help it. It's so dark. Where's the light switch? She'd come right inside my room, uh, like without bothering to ask. Well, I guess it was because she'd been helping me walk this whole time. But still, I didn't really want her seeing the inside of my room. Okay. There was a whole shelf of figures and age game boxes on the bed, and garbage all over the floor. Okay. Now that sounds more reasonable. The protagonist has actual shame, and he actually doesn't want this nice young woman to think poorly of him, even though she really should. Like, okay, this is at least a bit more reasonable. You know, I can tolerate this. I'm fine. You can let go. I waited for her to remove her hand, but she didn't. The floor's a disgusting mess. I mean, it's probably really hard to walk on it. It's dangerous. Let's get you to the sofa, then I'll let you go. In the end, I did as she told me. There were CDs and magazines all over the sofa, but she cleared a spot for me to sit down. She was really kind and considerate. Wait, I wasn't going to let her fool me, not a chance. Just as it was getting better. I can't even. Are you alright? Yeah. It was just me and her inside the room. The door was still open and a little bit of moonlight was coming in through it, but the room was mostly pitch black. It was too dark to read the expression on her face, but the fact that I couldn't see her made the sound of Yua's breathing seem almost seductive somehow. No words. I had no fucking words. Like, imagine being so desperate that like you get horny from hearing a girl breathe. Like I can't fucking even. I realized that this was the first time I let a girl besides my sister into my room, and she was also someone I barely even knew. If this was a game, it would mean she was totally into me. Maybe there'd be a situation where things would keep going and I'd end up kissing her. You wish. But that wasn't what I was expecting. Reality was always cruel. Reality would be less cruel if you were less of a piece of shit. You know? Like, maybe you and this girl could have become friends if you were just like 10% more tolerable. Like, maybe people wouldn't be so cruel to you if you stopped being unnecessarily cruel to everyone else. You fucking piece of. Mm. It wasn't like 2D, and this girl wasn't normal either. She was a stock. I'm going to fucking tear this protagonist limb from limb. Like, what do you get to say about? What if she was just awkward? You of all people should understand what it's like to be awkward around others. You. Mm. How long was she going to keep standing there anyway? Now that she's seen me home, shouldn't she be going? See, this is why no one's kind to you, you piece of shit. Then I realized, was she waiting to get me alone so she could do something horrible to me? I'm about to lose my mind. Where's the light switch? Oh, the computer. Computer? The only light on this room was the desk light next to the computer. I tried to tell her that, but I couldn't. Oh, I see. Over on the desk. Yeah. She carefully dodged around the garbage on the floor as she walked over to the computer desk and turned it on the lights. The room was finally freed from the darkness. When it was dark, the fact that I couldn't see made me imagine all kinds of different delusions, but being able to see her wasn't much better. I felt twice as embarrassed as before. Uh, I'm sorry, son. You are being way too nice, like and like giving this guy way too much of a benefit of the doubt. If you like actually think that something happened to make him this way, no, he was just terrible from the get go. Like it's just the way he is. Anyway, I fell dead silent and quickly turned my face down. Huh? Her sudden gasp startled me. I looked and saw she was looking at the figure of Seiratan next to my computer monitor. Don't touch it. You don't know what happened to that figure. This is Seira from Bloodtoon, right? Huh? You know her? Yes, I love Bloodtoon. I watch it every week. See, Protag. See, if you weren't in your like bubble like all the damn time, you realize that yes, girls do watch anime. What a novel concept. Okay. Anyway, huh? Go watching anime? Impossible. That's how you sound. Fucking. I really like Seda. She's my favorite heroine. Her outfit's super cute. There was a note of happiness in her voice. She seemed like she was telling the truth. That was surprising. Was you a Fujoshi? What? You do know what a fucking Fujoshi is, right? She hasn't at the very least up until this point. Maybe she is. I don't know. I have no problem with that. But like she hasn't really told you anything that would make you think she is. What? Where did this fucking come from? Fujoshi, girls who enjoy games, anime, doujins, etc. About the love between two or more men, so-called yaoi. Normal female anime fans are not called Fujoshi. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That, like, what's Protect talking about? The fuck did that come from? What happened? I just came back. Oh, they like she helped him into his room, and now he realized that she likes anime just like him. Oh no, she was just an anime fan, I guess. Okay, you came back to your senses. This is what you call a figure, right? Can I take a look? Oh, sorry. I know that's rude of me. I should just be going. She started to bow apologetically. You can take a look. Character development? I didn't mind it when somebody complimented my wife. I guess I could be a little nice to her. Okay, I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get. He's, at the very least, finally starting to be like close to decent. Really? Thank you. She picked up Seda and began to examine her. That's the pre-awakening version that Sanyodo made. There are a bunch of Seda figures out there, but this is the first one that was ever made. Huh. The quality isn't very good. The face kinda wrong in spots, and the pose is really generic, not sexy at all. I hope he's thinking that. I hope he's saying this shit out loud. But right now, it's the only one that has cast off, so you can take her top off. Please be, please be keeping these thoughts in your head. Please let this be his thoughts. Her thought. No, he was saying this out loud. You fucking idiot. Why would you? Also, I got all four versions of her figures. On top of the shelf, you see her uniform version, her maid version, and her swimsuit version. There's that many? Wow. Okay, that's at least a more normal topic of conversation around figures. Okay, I'll take what I can get. The maid version has the best reviews, but personally, I like the swimsuit version. I see. I love to see them, but it's a little dark. Alpha's finally about to release a post awakening version, and it's going to be really high quality. It lets you take off. Protect, she was just asking you to like illuminate the room a bit more. How about you pay more attention instead of being a fucking perv around like a girl you don't even know if she likes this kind of stuff. Dude, why are you being such a perv to a girl you don't even know? The world is cruel to you because you make it cruel to you. That's all I'm going to say. It lets you take off all her clothes, not just her top. Her expression and pose and texture are just perfect. Couldn't you just say that she has a really nice design? Like, that she looks really cool? Like, that you think she's really beautiful? You know, you can compliment her, just bye, Fisher. I envy you because you are not going to need to deal with this anymore. Bye. Have a good night's sleep. If they can get the coloring right, it might be one of the best figures of the year. I'll watch the stream later. Good night. Good night, A Fisher. A Fisher's free. At least they are. Alpha? A manufacturer of figures. A manufacturer of figures. Oh, I see. Suddenly I gasped. I realized that I talked way too much. At least you have some self awareness. Bit too fucking late though. And about anime figures too, I also had the feeling I said all kinds of really embarrassing things about taking off clothes or sexy poses too. You should really fucking think before you let things come out of your stupid fucking mouth. You, ooh, I'm going to fucking I'll fucking read some comments. I need to detox again. Then you guys commented a lot actually. Pretty cool. Uh, Cute girls are a bonus, a very big bonus. Oh my goodness. Where even is the bed? Where would that fit in a shipping container? The bed is about here. I think it's just that just as he said, the bed is occupied with age games. Like he has so many age games that he can't use the bed anymore. But it's supposed to be here above the boxes. I think. Yo character development can't be. I love sleeping with age game boxes as well. I relate with this protagonist. I don't actually. Imagine how his mom sees him. Apparently, his mom is very loving and like is constantly like worried for him. You know, like she has really sweet family members in general. The undeserving bastard. He sleeps outside standing because he's such a Sigma wolf. I died a bit reading that. My jaw clamps down and my face contorts into raw cringe and disgust. And it got worse. Horny from a woman breathing. Jesus Christ. I hope his room doesn't smell. Like, you really think this garbage filled room with like open Coca-Cola bottles and like a whole where the only place he admitted to cleaning was his figure shelf? Do you really think this room has any chance of not smelling? Like, I'm sorry, that's just the reality of the situation. You can't get worse than this. It can always get worse, Arma. It can always get worse. I like how the narration basically says, if this was a game, she would be into me. This is a game, so she's into it for now. I met an actual dude who's an incel, who kinda dislikes women in general, and sucks with women. He's more reasonable than this. Again, I've saw a literal documentary about incels, and none of them were 10% as insufferable as this guy. But again, anime supposed to exaggerate, so this isn't necessarily a bad thing. No human relates to him. I haven't seen this game before. Did something happen to this guy? Oh, I already addressed that. What if they like him because he's a scumbag with no redeeming quality? You know what? There are some actually crazy people out there who might be into a person for such a reason. That actually makes a disturbing degree of sense. Son, both. Dan, he was born like this. Oh, he's going to gatekeep his hobby. Come on, man. Like there are good ways to gatekeep your hobby. It doesn't need to be like this. No, that's not a Fuji hotel. No, that is not a Fuji hotel. She didn't even she isn't even slightly rotten so far. What happened, I already addressed that. So if she were saying goonet things, that'd be different. No, not really. She had to be saying goonet things about like gay anime men specifically. That's what a fujoshi is. I searched up the meaning. Ew. Is she going to start talking about her favorite BL pairings? Maybe if she was an actual Fujoshi, but again, she hasn't shown like she hasn't said anything that would lead anyone reasonable to assume that. So why does he think of that immediately? He's so weird. When is he gonna start kissing her? Because she's a woman who could never be into holy hobbies like anime and reading porno. Oh my god, he might actually say that unironically. Is the OG Super Fumina? Ew. He's probably referring to that scene where he just started going off on the figure stuff. Cast off. Is that a Kamen Rider Kabuto reference? Wait, was Super Fumina cast off? Almost cuss from pure agony. Has he talked about having a body pillow yet? No, because he doesn't. The only person here who has a body pillow is me. Anyway, um, but no, the cast off thing is just like this is a thing that has Evil Bookman said. There are actual figures that are cast offs that you can like press a button, I think, and they you can take off the figure's clothes. You know, those actually exist. It isn't like a reference to that. Uh, he has the personality of a 300-pound man who doesn't have a job. Uh, this has to be some form of sexual harassment. Oh, this is pretty much the definition of sexual harassment. He's lucky she seemed to tolerate that. Uh, have a good night, online internet man, a fish. Sadly. Is that Saber in the background? Yes, there's a Saber. There are actually, I don't recognize most of them, unfortunately, but there are actually quite a few like characters from actual existing anime, like owned by Nitro Plus, alongside the more OC figures made specifically for the game. Man, it's almost 1 a.m. for me. Enjoy the peak for me, chat. Good night, Nunia Feeble. Have a. Yeah, just good night. Sorry. I know, it's just a joke, lol. Fair, fair. Okay, I can continue now. I wanted to see what the expression on her face was, but I didn't have the courage. She was probably looking at me like I was a piece of human garbage. That's because you are. My heart was pounding fast as I tried to look away. Um, when she said my name, I turned to face her before I'd realized what I'd done. The look of disgust and contempt I expected wasn't there. Hmm, lucky. Can I see the combat version and the maid version you were talking about? Huh? Yeah, they're on that shelf. I didn't know how to react. She was smiling and looking like she was having a great time. Almost like she has the same hobbies and interests as you, and you should be treating her with the kindness and respect she deserves. You know, maybe if you do that, you could finally get female friends. Maybe. Wow, this is amazing. Look at them all. As she stared at the shelf of figures, her eyes were smiling brightly. I couldn't believe that a 3D girl could look at these and not be freaked out. I can't fucking even, man. Like, what this? I'm going to go on a rant if I get into this. I can't. I can't. I can't fucking even. Was the world a bigger place than I thought it was? Yes, much bigger. You, you fucking. Oh, I can't. I can't. Oh, this is Maid Seda, huh? It's a little different than the anime, but still really cute. They even put a bunch of effort into her the underwear too. Oh God, seems like she might be a pervert too. That explains why she didn't mind that. Okay, the protagonist fucking hit the jackpot there. Okay, maybe you can start being like disgusting towards her, and she might like not mind that. Like you shouldn't have done it like again until you knew that, but now that she said that, maybe you can actually discuss these things with her, you know? Fucking protagonist really fucking hit the jackpot there. What the hell? I never seen the real thing before, but this is great. Maybe I'll buy one too. If you're interested, you should put in a reservation for the post awakening version. It's gonna be awesome. You're right. Listening to you made me really want one. Post Awakening would be from that scene in episode 12, right? You recognize it, huh? You must be a big fan. Yes, I really am. Every day I watched a copy of the Awakening scene that I recorded. The direction and the animation for that scene were done by Miyagi, so of course it was going to be high quality. Miyagi? That's the name of the god level creator. His directing is incredible. Whenever he does something, HN freaks out. I see. You really know a lot about it, huh? I never put any thought into who the staff were. You should always look at who does the series directing, episode directing, and scripting. For new stuff, that alone will tell you whether it's going to be good or not. Uh, Not really. Like, a good director can make a great adaptation for a terrible story. So, I half agree with the protagonist there. Like the director's like work can be genuinely amazing and the anime can still be shit, you know? Alright, I'll do that from now on. She was still smiling at me with her pretty smile. A girl smiling at me. I thought that only happened in age games, but now it was happening to me. Mm. This conversation somehow actually recovered. Somehow is the key word there. But whenever 3D girls, especially my little sister, was smiling at me, it's because they were making fun of me. No, your sister was smiling at you because she actually wished the best for you. She was just trying to help you fucking. Ooh. She was up to something. I knew it. I'm going to actually fucking burn this dude alive. I couldn't forget Seratan's words. Don't believe anybody. Don't listen to anything anyone says. Um, huh? I don't know if it's okay for me to ask, but what? She started to fidget a little. She was looking down at the ground and avoiding looking at me in the eye. Can I ask your name? My name, I realized that she'd introduced herself, but I hadn't. A rude bastard. Takumi Nishijo. Suddenly I felt embarrassed. The words came out quiet and soft. Takumi Nishijo, huh? What year are you? Second year. I'm in third year. I guess I'm older than you, huh? Shouldn't you be calling her senpai or something? Like, you're being really disrespectful. You know what? Like, this is too sweet a girl. Like, I don't want either the violence or the sexual delusion with her. I'll just let the scene play out normally. Like, this girl is too cute. She doesn't deserve this creep thinking weird things about her. Oh no, that moe pose was enough to make me pass out. Was you a moe type quiet older girl? She was just trying to seduce me. She was dangerous. She was definitely up to something. I literally can't even at this point. I'm beyond words. Like actually, I anyway. So Nishijo, I have a request. A request? Don't tell me. Was she going to ask me to give her a Seiratan figure? Well, she couldn't have it. Nobody comes between me and my wife. You know, if you didn't word it like that, this could have been like, kinda reasonable. Anyway, I wasn't going to part with Seiratan, no matter who asked, no matter how much money they offered. If she wanted her that bad, she could go buy her own. Again, you don't need to be like that, but I agree that. And why are you assuming that anyway? Whatever. Yeah. As I stood there mentally cursing her for daring to try and take my Seratan, which she didn't do, that was all in your head, Yua suddenly fell backwards and landed on her butt. She was rubbing her behind, looking a little teary-eyed. Sorry, I think I stepped on a CD. I might have broken the case. I'm really sorry, I'll clean it up. It's okay. I just wanted her to go home. What was that request she'd asked a moment ago? Anyway. Yua started to pick up the trash and CDs around her feet. Even though I just told her not to, she looked so apologetic that I started to feel like I was the bad guy here. You are. You are the bad guy here. You are definitely the fucking bad guy here. Jesus Christmas Christ. Okay, at least let me clean it up enough that I can stand up. Sorry, I'll tell you my request after that. She seemed like a mon as she moved around, cleaning things up. Someone who didn't care what other people thought and just ran around doing whatever they wanted. Nosy and... I'm actually about to crash out. I fucking... I'm sorry if my commentary isn't, like, too good or too creative here, but I just can't help but feel anything but rage at the scenes. Like, I just can't, man. I really I just fucking can't. I'll try to come up with more creative commentary, but it's hard, man. It really is. In a situation like this, was I supposed to be helping her? Yes! Yes, you fucking idiot. Go help her. And then, as we both reached for the same piece of garbage, our hands would touch and we would gasp and gaze into each other's eyes. Instead of imagining this shit, how about you go there and do it? Hey, Isaacetta, welcome to the stream. Wait, this wasn't a romantic comment. It could be if you just got off your ass. No way I was going... Oh. In the middle of carefully piling up a bunch of magazines, her hand suddenly froze. She was turned away from me, and I couldn't see what she was holding. Hmm? No, don't worry about it. She seemed really shaken. This was suspicious. I realized that she was in a position to see everything in my room. She might want to steal something. She might even think that there were so many figures I wouldn't notice if she took one. Why are you like this? Why are you thinking so badly of a person who has done nothing but help you? I can't fucking even, but I would. So you have perception for that, but not to notice when someone is actually just being nice to you. Even though no one in your life, at least within the events of the game, was like ever like rude to you. Like there was not a scene where anyone was rude to you this entire fucking game. You have no reason to suspect fucking anyone. Anyway. Oh, I think I'm finally back for good. Oh shit, that's Saber. Yeah, right here. But are you having troubles with your internet, Big Pew? Why? What's happening? Why are you constantly exiting the stream? I knew all my wives really well. If one disappeared, I noticed immediately. Don't touch the figures. Okay, no, that's not it. There was a blood tune doujinshi. That's what they call it. It was lying on the ground and I looked inside. Well, at least she probably won't mind. But still, this is fucking awkward. A blood tune doujinshi. Oh, that was a naughty one. It was really incredible. I was surprised. Don't look at my stuff. Okay. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. Slap this guy in the face. Rip his dick out. Do anything. Just don't apologize. Is the protagonist a lolicon? Where the fuck did that come from? I mean, I'd assume so, but like I don't get where you got that impression. The comment is a bit out of nowhere. My room if I was allowed to get figures. I'll say that at least he has good taste in figures. So if you would get like the same types, I'd also say you have good taste. She quickly got back to work. Work you should be helping her with, by the way. I don't know, I just feel like he would be. I don't like what you're implying by that, but okay. If he's a lolicon, then we have to teach one of our own a lesson. True and real. Dude, this dude was talking about his sister. No, he definitely deserves a beating. The fucker. One sec. I have to like do something here. My room is really hot right now. Okay. Uh, she quickly got back to work, and then she secured enough. When she secured enough room to sit, she turned toward me. Again, why are you not helping her with what should be your work? Like, this is your room. You should be cleaning this shit, not. Anyway. Also, as always, this has to happen every stream, so sorry for the bad internet. So, that request I just talked about. Here it was. I gulped as my body tensed up. Would you go reserve that figure with me? And look at that, she's inviting you for a little friendly date. Oh wow, all that just for this girl to be a genuinely nice person you had no reason to think anything bad about. Fucking. Anyway. I know you're going to, but come on, like, be reasonable for once in your like worthless existence and like just accept like the invitation. Don't fumble this and try to give this girl a good time during your little date. For the love of Christ, protagonist, just for once. I want to start reading visual novel. I want to start reading visual novels. They look so fun. They are fun. You should read Tsukihime. Yeah. I'd actually recommend you start with some visual novels that are on Steam, since those are more accessible. But if you don't mind, like, having a little more trouble setting things up, you should definitely follow Big Pew's recommendation. But if you want one of mine, I definitely recommend for you to. Oh, actually, it's not a visual novel from Steam, but it's a very good one. I recommend you to play. What was the name of that? God damn it! What was the name of that? God damn, it escapes my mind at this point. I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, if you don't have trouble setting things up, then you should start with either Fate Stay Night or Tsukihime, like they said. But if you want something a bit more accessible, I'd recommend something like. Let me just check here. 1 second. Yeah, you should check. Oh, that's a good one to start. You should start with either Doki Doki Literature Club, or since it's a pretty short one, or with if you already prepared to go for a longer experience. Other ones I recommend are like If My Heart Had Wings, that's also on Steam, and Princess Evangel. Like there are tons of like good visual novels on Steam too. Like there's one I even played recently. Like let me see if I can find it. 1 sec. Blah 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 blah. Oh, if you want something like a bit more dramatic too, you should play a visual novel called Narciso. Like it's a free visual novel on Steam, and it's really good as well. But the one I wanted to recommend to you actually, oh, that's also a really good one if you want something like short to start. Love at First Sight. It's a great visual novel as well that I played for the channel too. That I definitely recommend as well. And Japanese School Life. The name sounds a bit generic, and the visual novel itself kind of is, but it's a fun type generic, you know? You could start with Nekopara as well if you want something a bit more silly, or even Higurashi, which is also free if you want something a bit more serious. But yeah, there are lots of cool visual novels that you could start with. Oh my god, you hit the nail on the head, Big Pew. Yes, Katawa Shoujo. Definitely, that's an awesome recommendation as well. That one's a bit longer though, so if you are not into that, then if you want to start with something shorter, then you should not consider that. But if you're ready for a longer experience, you should go for Katawa Shoujo. Yeah, that's also a great one. Uh, Arma says, no, he should not. Shiki is a low-key schizo graper. Lol. We are enemies now. I mean, look, I don't think that necessarily makes the visual novel bad, but Arma's just right here. Like that is what he is, dude. That's just reality. Fate Stay Night is better. Nah. There's always the option of starting with an eroge if you're freaky like that. Thanks for the recommendations, guys. No without no without within recommendation. It's over. Look, it's also a good free visual novel on Steam, but like it's just so short, man. Like I feel like he obviously, if he wants to start with something shorter, that's no issue. But I feel like that one is too short. He shouldn't start with that, you know? That's my point. I remember finding a website for old visual novels to be played online, but most, if not all, are NSFW though. I actually played the DLC back in 7th grade, but haven't touched a VN since. Wait, did I actually guess what you were thinking? I might be a mind reader. You might actually. That was a perfect guess there. But anyway, back to the game. Would you go reserve that figure with me? Huh? Huh? I've never been to an anime shop or anything like that. Wait, I know that's really forward of me. It's my fault you got hurt after all. It really isn't, but this was dangerous. I need to be really careful about how I responded. Sure, she and I had the same hobbies. She said she liked Seira too, and she listened to the things I said like she actually cared. For an otaku like me, she was an easy person to talk to. So don't fucking fumble this. But this was a trap. It had to be. This kind of stuff only happened in age games, not in the real world. You know, it could happen if you... I made my points well enough here. I don't need to keep repeating myself. I couldn't let the 3D world fool me. Think, what was you after? Your sorry ass, apparently. I'm sorry, forget it. The way you told me all that stuff made me really happy. Bless your heart, sweetie. She bowed to me. Most 3D girls were really bossy and arrogant. If by bossy and arrogant you mean how your sister treated you, you know, with some light jokes and jabs like a normal person while being genuinely kind, then that's not her being bossy. That's you being a bitch. You fucking... She was a rare exception. Like, if bossy and arrogant means to you what I think it means, again, then 3D girls aren't bossy and arrogant. You're just a bitch. A giant fucking pussy. Anyway. No 3D girl could possibly be this cute and kind. It was all an act. Was playing Black Souls 2 and I could only imagine Mock Turtle with Miyu's voice. I think it would, yeah, I think it would kind of fit actually. Oh, also, welcome to the stream, Hina's husband. The protagonist is me in ninth grade. God, I, 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 there were some low points in my life, but I never felt quite this low. Jesus Christ. I hope you recovered from this because this is not acceptable, dude. Like absolutely not. This is a banger stream. Thank you. Is this an age game? As this is one of those meta humor jokes where the MC is like, "This only happens in shitty age games," and they are in a shitty age game. No, I don't think this is an age game. Like it does have quite a bit of etchy to it, especially if you lean into some of the more pervy delusions. But no, it doesn't go like all the way. You know. Uh, I think he doesn't want a woman. He wants someone who does nothing but say yes and bang him every other day. You know what? True and real. This is this, that's probably what he actually wants. This fucking guy, I swear. Like you just nailed his character actually with that like comment right there. But anyway, I was going to say no. I was going to come out and say it clearly, like a man. No, an actual man wouldn't have done like any of the stuff you did. You're a bitch. An irredeemable, unrecoverable bitch. Like, you could actually man up and start being like a decent person. It would not compensate for it. Like, the stuff you said at this point was so heinous. You will be a bitch for the rest of your sorry existence. You worthless fuck. Worthless fuck. Worthless fuck. She looked up at me, and I could see that her eyes were damp. Was she crying because I didn't say anything? Had I made her cry? Please, anything but that. Oh, oh, is that a modicum of decency? Oh, is that a hint of a heart? Character development. I'd only ever experienced something like this in video games. My heart was pounding really fast. I even felt guilty. You should. You should feel really guilty for a lot of the things you did. Like, apologize to this girl profusely, then go back to your house and do a dogeza for your sister. Like, that's the bare minimum you need to do. I'd always heard people say that girls use tears as a weapon. Control yourself. Control yourself away. But only now did I realize that it was true. No, no, it's not. You were just an asshole, and she's crying because, to be honest, I didn't know what to do. Be a decent human being for once in your sorry existence. I just stood there, half stammering. I tried to say I'd go with her, but I couldn't. What if I said yes and the next thing she said was, "Don't take me seriously, idiot, you're creepy." She has said nothing at this point that would even hint that she would do this kind of thing. I was so scared of the idea that I was struck silent. Bitch. You don't have to. It's not right to drag you along with me. Her eyes were even wetter now. It felt like tears could start pouring from her eyes any second. I'll go. Finally. God exists and he is good. Huh? You go? I nodded helplessly. It was the only way I could think of to get her to stop crying. The whole thing felt like a setup, but She let out a sigh of relief and took off her glasses to wipe away the tears. I was sure you were going to say no. Thank you, Nishijo. She said thanks. Yes, like you should have. I'd managed to keep her from crying at least. I got lucky, I guess. Phew. Did this have to be so stressful? You're the only one making this stressful. All you need to do is be a decent person. All you need to do is treat her with. I'm not even asking for kindness, which she does deserve, by the way. I'm only asking you not to be a fucking asshole. Is this too much? Really? Anyway. You couldn't let your guard down around 3D girls for a minute, damn it. If we're going to go, when would be a good time? What happened to that sad expression of hers? Now she looked really happy. She forgave you. She just had a normal human reaction. She was really sad that she thought you were going to say no, and now she's happy because you accepted. There's nothing bad about this. There's nothing suspicious about this. You are just... Ooh. Maybe she was making it up the whole time. No. If so, she had a future as an actress. You... Seira's new figure is coming out soon, right? Yeah, it will probably sell out really fast. Then we should go soon. Tomorrow, maybe? According to my schedule, tomorrow was a school day. This week I had to go 3 times. Of course, that meant next week I only went twice. Tomorrow was going to be even worse a day than I thought. But Yua looked really excited, and if I told her I changed my mind now, she might cry again. Ugh, she had me in her clutches. Oh yes, because this is such a terrible situation, right? Oh no, this like really cute girl that's super nice and like more than I would ever deserve in 1,000 years, like wants to go on a date with me. Oh, the horror. I hate this dude. I hate this dude with every fiber of my being. Unfortunately not, Big Pew. He came really close, but fortunately he still didn't go there. At least not at this point. Fine. I reluctantly agreed. Yua looked happy. But she couldn't fool me, okay? What class are you in? I'll go there after school ends. Class B. 2B, right? Okay, and 2B. The brain rot is taking a hold of me. Okay, I'll see you after class then. I nodded, hoping I could get her to leave. I hate you. I fucking hate you. I was going somewhere with a girl. This wasn't a dream or a delusion, was it? Anyway, I tried pinching myself. It hurt. Alright, sorry for staying so long. If your leg still hurts, go see a doctor, okay? Oh, yeah. What an angel of a person. What I wouldn't do to, like, not even date, just have a friend like this. Just... Anyway. Let me read some comments. I kinda need that. If the protagonist wasn't so weird, he would have a point. This girl is way too nice and suddenly found him out of nowhere. There is indeed something wrong here. Again, this is the point. Like, yeah, he does have a point there. This girl is being too nice. Like there is something suspicious, especially about how she's been following him and like how she like is clearly trying to get close to him despite not really knowing him. Again, how, like you said, how she apparently wants to like knew where he was going, right? She is actually really suspicious, but the protagonist is so insufferable that you kind of forget all that and just like get on her side because as suspicious as she is, the protagonist is treating her with so more hostility than she ever deserved. That like it barely even matters. Like probably this was what the writers intended. Again, I defend that this game has really good writing, and if they are utilizing the protagonist the way I think they are, like we discussed here, that is really good. But then if if this fucking dude is fucking insufferable, man. The poster in the back looks like Chulovru. Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, it does look like the main waifu from that show. Hmm. Good reference there. Oh god, I just had a terrible thought. Imagine if the MC is a self-insert. Please god, no. Please god, let this not be true. I asked God for a waifu and now I'm at a tea party with Alice in Wonderland and some rabbit. I'm sure this will go up. No, no this won't. Kill that fucking rabbit before he betrays you. Only makes the game more realistic. I I really hope not. I really hope there aren't any people like quite like this. For the love of Christ. Alice is Disney's very own lolly. Don't say that. For like don't no, just no, please. Has he okay. How is this a science adventure again? Japan is obsessed with Alice. She's going to dissect him in the next 5 minutes, surely. Hopefully she will. I'd be really happy if she does. Unless it's about like neuroscience and we need to take on the mega Jesus level task of fixing his brain. I think the point of chaoshead is exactly about that. It's about delusions. It's about like perception. That's why we have again the delusion mechanic. It's essentially the game is essentially about how your perception of reality can sometimes be like more relevant to you than actual reality. Like, and this is exemplified very well through the protagonist actually, because as annoying and off-putting as he is, that is actually the point. That's why I defend this as well written, because the very point is that to him, like with his perception of reality, it might as well be true. Like we from an outside perspective can see that none of what he thinks is true, that everyone is being nice to him, that no one deserves this treatment he's giving them, that like no one is this terrible person that he has in his head. But that's the point, because he perceives them as such, that might as well be his reality. Because again, perception, uh like to a certain degree, uh can be more important to the person than the actual physical provable reality. It's why the games dabble so much in delusions, for example. So yeah, that is actually the point. It is like psychological science, as some people are pointing out. So yes, this is very much a science adventure. It's just not like in the usual sense. Japan is green. That's a great line. That's just a peak writing right there. I'm going to retire in Japan. Good luck with that, buddy. I'm retiring in Kazakhstan? Is that how you read that? Oh my god, imagine she's a stalker. And like she like genuinely loony with some crazy I can fix in mindset. Oh my god, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like with how like unreasonably nice she's been, I wouldn't be surprised if she's like one of those girls that looks at actual literal criminals and is so like heartstruck that she legitimately thinks, oh no, I can fix him, I can make him an actual good person. I know he's killed like 70 people like in the span of a month, but I know I can make him a good person. Like I wouldn't be surprised at all if she's like this. TikTok Lewis Takumi. And it's kind of obvious she found the metal cross but lied and said it was a dojin. Uh huh. I know the statue. So yeah, it's very probably that she is the pink hair girl. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I do think that she is suspicious, yeah. Kill the rabbit. It was going to ask some fairy for some. Yes! You got the good ending. So, is this going to end like Paranoia Agent? Mm, I don't know actually. Maybe. Mm. Would the ending to Paranoia Agent really be fitting for this story? Mm. I don't know. I don't know if it would, honestly. On a personal opinion. But anyway, now that I'm caught up, let's continue. I sat on the sofa and watched her go. Just before she left, she turned and waved at me. See you tomorrow, Nishijo. See you tomorrow, she said. And she even waved at me. I'm actually going to kill you dead. I felt a grin coming on, but forced myself to stop. Thankfully. She's in love with me, I'm sure of it. Okay. I can't even. I can't fucking even. Well, it's up to me whether I actually date her or not, right? I'll just dump her, brutally and without mercy. I'm sorry, I need a minute, or this is actually going to become a synthetic mainstream. I'm about to say slurs right now. I need to compose myself. Let's go. You're not worthy of being my girlfriend. Come back when you're better girl than Seira. I bet that's impossible though. Seira is going to be 17 years old forever after all. Something like that. If there is like a bad end route to this game, if there is a way to get this protagonist killed like horribly, uh, and you guys are like familiar with it, please tell me. I want to get the bad ending. I'm going to laugh so hard, like seeing this dude get dismembered slowly. I wonder why this guy is single. Sorry. I wonder why this guy is single. Must be those bitches and whores, am I right? Nice reference there, at least. That made me laugh. No girl could be better than Seiratan. I picked up the figure and rubbed it against my cheeks. Seiratan looked happy. Look, Takumi, I'm going to be very reasonable with you here. Like that girl is better than you would ever deserve in 1,000 years, and you should really take this opportunity to date her and maybe become like a better person, you know. But if you really don't want to, at the very least, like just say that you're not interested. Just say that you're not interested in a relationship like this, and go back to your waifu. At the very least, if you're going to reject her, and go to your wife, fair, but Be have the slightest modicum of decency. Anyway, if she's 17, she's 1799. Yukari Yakumo's real age by the gapped. Good Toho reference there. Yukari? You mean heck? Ah! Oh my god, two of my like commenters just fucking died. Oh no. Anyway, oh, I guess we're out of time. What we learned today is going to be on the test. Make sure you take good notes. That's all for today. Stand. Bow. You know what? That actually brought in some memories. We actually did that like a whole little, how would I say it? Like a ritual. Like that they do in Japanese schools when class is about to end, right? Or where class ends, where we would always like have to stand and bow just like this, just like they do, you know? It was really cool. It was a way to really try to immerse ourselves in the actual culture, not just study the like hiragana and the kanji and things like that, you know? I really like going to to those classes. So that was a nice memory. The math teacher, what was their name again? Well, it didn't matter. Left the room, and the school day came to an end. The other students were all talking about where to go after school, or heading off to their clubs or teams. Most of them immediately got ready to go home. Normally, as soon as the last chime rang, I would put my things together and go home. But today I stayed in my seat, trying my best not to look at any uh, of the other students. Today I was meeting you. Normally, a date with a girl would be a WKTK situation. Okay, I'm going to need to see what that means. Mid 2000s Japanese net slang for hopeful and excited. You should be. But for me, for today, it was. I refused to read that. My nerves were all jittery, my stomach hurt. I never agreed to go anywhere with a girl, and I didn't know what to do. You know what? Okay, fine, that's what you meant. Okay, that's reasonable. Fair. Okay. 1 second, I need to deal with something here. Just a minute. Okay, perfect. Would she even come? Maybe the whole thing yesterday was a prank and she was watching me from the shadows and laughing. I thought. Honestly, you'd fucking deserve it. I was going to say something repeated again, like she has given you no reason to think that, but no, no, you know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. If she did that, you of all people would fucking deserve it. You. Anyway, in a way, that might be better than if she actually did come. Mhm. Wait, did I even need to wait for her at all? Could I just ditch her and go home? Don't you dare. Yeah, that was the way. She was in a different grade than me anyway. If If I ditch her here, we'd never meet again. Do you have an ounce of empathy or consideration or anything good in that black hole you call a heart? Anyway, I made my decision and stood up. Taku, what are you up to? Someone slapped me on the back, hard. I didn't need to turn around to see who it was. The only person in the class weird enough to talk to me was Misumi. Okay. You're not going home? You usually disappear the second the bell rings. I've even got a name for it. Takumi Sonic Boom Dash. Uh, Despite how much of a piece of shit, like, womanizer this dude is, he is a really good friend and you should value him more. Uh, I'm, I am going home. Are you waiting for someone? Oh, he caught on, he caught on. Huh? How did you know? Wait, I was right? It's not even he believes it. How? You seemed like you were really nervous about something and kept looking at the door. He was perceptive. No, you're just really obvious. But I needed to be careful with what I said. Don't forget, Takumi, your goal is to stand out at school as little as possible. You have to be like the air itself. Okay. I'm not waiting for anybody. Yeah? Then what was that pause? That was crap. Misumi wasn't a bad guy, but he could be really annoying at times like this. Read the room, jerk. You need to read the room and stop being such an asshole. This dude is just a good friend who's trying to like have a nice banter with you. You are the only bitch in this fucking. How about you read the room? How about you start doing that? Maybe you could be uh, 15% less insufferable. The only jerk here is fucking. Anyway, Nishijo, my whole body froze. I turned toward the voice, feeling sheer terror. Yua was standing timidly at the door. Jerk, says the jerk. True and real. Oh no, thanks to Misumi, I lost my chance to run away. I'm going to say it. I'm going to actually say it. Not even Shinji would be this cowardly. Heck, at least Shinji, for all his faults, like had a reason to be mad. Like at the people he actually got mad at, like his father or Asuka or like people, and he was actually kind to the people that like genuinely deserved to. He even forgave that guy that punched him. Like Shinji is like the Giga Chad compared to this guy. Shinji fucking Ikari will shove Takumi in a locker. That's how pathetic he is. Shinji was actually a nice person, true and real. At least he had that going for him. Hey, what? What's going on? What's happening here? It might have been the first time I'd seen Mizumi freak out like this. He wrapped an arm around my shoulder, pulled me in close, and looked me in the eye. Taku, what's going on? Explain this. Is that your girlfriend? No. I told him 1,000 times that I didn't have any interest in 3D girls. You clearly do. You clearly fucking do. You can't hide from me, dude. I'm literally in your head, unfortunately. Then what's going on? You better not try and tell me that she's your big sister. You're a hikikomori. Where did you meet a girl that hot? She started following me yesterday. So what? She asked you out? Not the other way around, you lucky dog. This is such a good friend, man. Actually, yeah, I actually had a couple friends like these. Actually, they were nice people. He grabbed me by the jaw and shook me for a second before letting me go. I guess the world is full of all kinds of girls, huh? I'm glad it turns out you have at least one normal sexual fetish. Thank you, Misumi. You could have said that better, but yeah, I agree. Fetish. Anyway, she and I aren't. Right, right. Gotcha. Good luck, Taku. Good luck, Taku. Misumi wasn't listening to me. He was all excited now and slapping my back harder than before. He was definitely teasing me. Don't worry, I'm not gonna steal your woman. Now that's a good friend right there. Womanizer, but not a bear. I think is the expression. Now that's a good friend right there. I told you it's not like that. Go on, get going. Your girlfriend's waiting. He pushed me in her direction. I began to slowly walk forward. I guess I didn't get to run away after all. I came to get you. Is that a problem for you? No, it sure as hell was. Bitch. I looked back at Misumi, and he was grinning and giving me the finger. I couldn't tell if he was cheering me on or trying to start a fight. She, he's just being like a good friend, man. If you had more friendships, you would know that this is pretty normal. He's just being a cool friend to you. There was no point in trying to deal with him anymore, so I decided to just leave the school. My work break is almost over, so I'm going to head out. Thank you for participating in the stream, Metal Wolf, and good work to you. Hey now, Shinji won't shove him into a locker. He'll shove him into a bench or something. Fair, fair. Sorry, I know we just met each other yesterday, and I shouldn't be asking for something like this. No, I was really nervous. Me, leaving school with a girl, like a Ryaju, like a popular kid. I thought this was a world I'd never have anything to do with. Never thought it would happen to me. But right now there seemed to be an intense aura radiating from her. We were just walking side by side. Why did I feel so nervous? I still didn't know who she was or what she wanted. What would she want with a creepy otaku like me? She literally showed you that she likes the same things as you do. Maybe, maybe she just saw that you had similar interests and wanted to get to know you better. You know, not everyone is out to get you. Whatever. 2 days ago. Huh? Yes? No, she started talking out of nowhere, so I got surprised and said something weird sounding. She seemed to be nervous too. Her expression was tense. She was older than me, but actually quite innocent. It was pretty moe. This is the first of this dude's like thoughts that didn't like make me mad. That's fair. She is really moe. Not that I could do much more than glance at her every so often. I was too embarrassed to look her in the eye. You saw the episode of Blood Tune that aired 2 days ago, right? Huh? Yeah. There was one part I didn't really get. Susumu came to save Seira when she was in trouble, right? But how did Susumu know that she was in danger? Oh, there was foreshadowing for that in last week's episode. There was a quick shot of her phone ringing, and you can see Susumu's name on the caller ID. Fuck off, dude. Like, if the clue is going to be this subtle, you shouldn't make your foreshadowing too obvious, but you should make it this subtle either. Uh, th- you can't blame anyone for not getting it if it was this subtle. Oh, right. Yeah, I remember that scene. Yamataku loves putting in little foreshadowing bits like that. He did the same thing in Golden Goal. Yamataku? Golden Goal? Yamataku is the nickname for Bloodtoon's director, and Golden Goal is the anime he directed before Bloodtoon. He must be a famous director then. Well, I like him. The reason is. Okay. I started lecturing her on anime, and the next thing I knew, we were at Animate, where we'd gotten here much faster than I expected. Is she gonna push in into traffic? Is this a secret isekai? God, I wish. Every time I see the word moe, I can't stop thinking about the No More Heroes clip. Me too, buddy. I'm just trying to hide it, but I thought the same thing. I gotten really excited and talked too much again. Yua was a great listener. Whenever I showed off some random piece of knowledge, she'd act really interested. I knew this whole thing was a trap, but I kept talking anyway. I'm so bad at speaking, and this had never happened before. It felt like chatting online and was kinda weird. I'm starting to feel kinda nervous. Don't up and leave on me, okay? You sweet little soul. The fact that you didn't just, like, assume that this piece of shit was going to do that exact thing, like, makes you way too nice a person. Sure. She went up to the clerk with an expression of intense nervousness on her face and ordered the Seiya post-awakening version figure. All I did was stand back and watch. What was that you said before about being a man? Yeah, men don't do that. Men sees a girl that is really nice to them, and they see that she's nervous, and they're there to support them. Like that's what men do, bitch. I kept looking for a chance to. My god, Shinji would beat the shit out of you. Shinji is literally Jotaro Kujo in comparison to you. Shinji is the motherfucking Giga Chad when in the presence of the mega version that is Takumi. Like people who had never had sex in their entire fucking lives for like 40 years aren't like as virgin as Takumi. I swear. But she kept shooting nervous glances at me and I couldn't move. Afterward, at her request, I showed her around the store. At least you did one thing right. She was happy to find all kinds of things she might want to buy, but I didn't have the energy left to smile back at her. Yua came to school by train, so I was forced to go with her to the Shinsen station. Forced. Oh, this game is going to turn me actually violent. I'm going to do unspeakable things if this goes on. I swear. Might look like an airhead. Shut the fuck up. You. But she wasn't. Whenever she wanted something, she knew just how to make me give it to her. You should. This girl deserves the world, and she certainly deserves far better than you. Black. She was a black what? Uh? What? 2000s era net slang for a person with a black-hearted person. Lol, la fucking Mao. She is a black-hearted person. Nah. I think that's you. Look in the mirror, buddy. The fuck? Specifically, someone who's friendly and kind on the surface, but in their heart harbors malice towards others. Certain people, mostly otaku, find this gap between surface personality and inner thoughts to be very moe. I hate every single word I just read. We call that coding gold vase. Eu acho que eu vou. Eu acho que isso vai acontecer. Isso. Eu estou no meu limite, cara. Realmente estou. Joker laugh. Obscure, it's okay if you want to move on to another game next stream. At least in my honest opinion. You know what? I was actually playing this game in order to get a little bit of a break because like I thought that it wasn't like a good thing, to just play like Doki Doki Literature Club, like two playthroughs of that back to back, you know? But like going through this game actually wants makes me want to go back to Doki Doki Literature Club. At least that dude, like, he was a dork. He was like really mean. He fumbled a lot, but that dude was a fucking saint compared to whatever I'm being forced to experience. So yeah, next stream might be like Doki Doki. Just warning you all. I kinda need a break from this game actually. Do you have a phone, Ishijo? No, he refused one his parents wanted to give to him for free. The absolute fucking anyway. She suddenly asked me that just as we got to the station. A phone, huh? I shook my head, slightly sad. You don't? Then I guess I won't be able to contact you. Contact me? Contact me for what? Are you going to keep bugging me instead of leaving me alone? Sorry, I needed a moment. Oh, but you do have a computer, right? I got one too. Can we exchange email addresses? Why? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and give her your email. Fuck it. Give her your like bank account. She deserves your money better than you do. Like out of all the people like in the world, I'm genuinely against this whole tactic that a couple of like really awful women have of just marrying a guy and then like divorcing him for his money. Like after what this poor girl was forced to endure, she is one of the few people I'd say deserves to do that. You know, you know what? People have been saying that she's really suspicious and all that. Like, if she turns out to be the killer or related to the killer, and this was all a setup, I'm going to be so happy because that's what this protagonist deserves. He deserves to like have everything that he ever wanted in front of him, only to be taken away completely. So he's murdered in an alley with no dignity whatsoever. That's what this fucker deserves. But anyway, why? Um, on the day the figure comes out, I have to go get it. And when I do, I like you to come with me. You You angel of a girl. Like you really deserve someone better, you know? Like I think Sensei has a place in his harem for you. I think he would appreciate you more, you know? I don't have enough courage to go to animate on my own. Clever. And he was a clever one. Shut the fuck up, Takumi. I I knew it, but I couldn't say no. If I did, I'd be the bad guy here. You've been the bad guy. You've been the bad guy this whole fucking stream. What do you mean? I want to. 3D girls were truly terrifying. The only terrifying thing here is the thought that someone might relate to you, that someone might actually self insert into you. That's the only terrifying thing in this situation. I'm about to actually go crazy. Get to know you better. Was it just that I wasn't used to talking to people? Well, or was she just a master persuader? Uh, if I say what I want to say, I'll get banned. Let's just put it that way. It felt like she wasn't going to go home until I gave her my email address, and yes, she seemed nervous as she looked up at me from behind her glasses. For some reason, I felt my will to resist draining away. My skin felt clammy, and a cold chill was running down my spine, but I couldn't run away or say no. There was something strange about you, something that wasn't normal. I mean, you're not normal either, so you two are perfect together. I couldn't explain what exactly wasn't normal about her, but she definitely wasn't normal. The next thing I knew, I'd written my email address on a scrap of notebook paper and handed it to her. She looked happy as she took it, then bowed and disappeared into the station. I stood there for a solid 10 minutes with a blank look in my face, like my soul had drained out of my body. Heartbreaking. There's at least one man out there saying he's just like me, for real, unironically to this. I hate it. I hate it so much. What would you think about a girl like that? He went to his internet friends to know what to do. The fucking pathetic idiot. I don't know what to do. I mean, it feels like she's up to something. She has to be. Hey, are you listening, Grin? What's the name of this age game? That night, I asked Grin about Yua. It felt like I wasn't getting anywhere on my own. But that was the answer I got. To be fair, this was the same reaction I had the first time I talked to her. Okay. I was an idiot to ask you in the first place. Wait, lol, you serious? Man, you're such a lucky bastard. I didn't think you had it in you. I thought you said you weren't even into 3D girls. It's not like that. Green was reacting just like Misumi. That's the normal reaction, you fucking weirdo. I'm surprised he didn't go to 4chan. You know, at least he has, like, the slightest bit of dignity, I guess. Maybe. Maybe the two of them were actually the same person. Anyway. Well, guys like you, Nightheart, who never dated a girl in your life, often quit being otaku the minute you get a GF. The fuck is this bullshit? Like, there are so many people with girlfriends on, like, subscribe to my fucking channel. Like, this, what the fuck do you even mean by that? What? Uh, and she's an otaku too. Like, how would this? It's so fucking stupid, man. I don't even have the words for it. Your GF, not gonna like those 10-minute monologues about school swimsuits. I mean, really. And she'd be totally in her right to do so. But actually, you seems to be actually pretty interested in that. So Who would have known? There are all kinds of girls out there, right? Almost like they're people who can have has varied personalities as anyone. Just I can't with this. I really can't. What's wrong with monologues about school swimsuits? This guy is a goner. Somebody needs to do something about him. True and real. Base green. Like finally, base green with a hot take right here. You've got mail, dork. Huh? I just heard Seratan's voice. I'd set that voice to play whenever I got an email. He's a degen, but I do like his character. Like I was saying, there are people with like all kinds of tastes right there. Like we found one, someone who likes his character. Okay, that's fair. I just hope you don't like relate to him. Like liking his character is fair, but please tell me you don't relate to this guy. But all jokes aside, welcome to the stream, Puro Lupo. I looked over at my inbox and the sender's name was Yua Kusunoki. Wow, it's here already. I got an email just now. Hooray! An email from a 2D girl. I never gotten one before. I gulped and opened it. Subject: Hello, this is Yua Kusunoki to Takumi. This is Yua Kuzunoki. Sorry for sending you an email out the blue like this. Would make me really happy if you save my email address in your contacts list. Sorry for bringing you along with me today, but it made me very happy. Maybe because I never been to a store like that before. Or I think it was because I was with you, maybe? Lol. What time are you coming to school tomorrow? Oh, the reason I'm asking is I want to say hello in the morning, kinda. How do I fuck it. Let me see. Key config. How do I hide text with okay, how do I hide text with the fucking keyboard? Can you tell me that please? I'm not playing with a controller, you fucking Okay. Change page. Maybe turn to default. Okay. No, I don't. That's the point. Let's try backspace. Thank you. Oh, the reason I'm asking is I want to say hello in the morning, kinda. Hope we run into each other tomorrow, even if it's just by chance. Bye. I'll send you another email later. Good night. You could sense her elegance and femininity coming off the page, but the emojis also made her feel friendly and approachable. The only correct thing he said this whole fucking stream. But it was because I was with you, Nishijo, and I want to say hello in the morning. It felt like she might be plotting something. I hate you with every fiber of my being. Let me read some comments here. Wouldn't it be funny if she was worse than him and like she goes on rants about how she wants to grape some of her favorite characters? Uh, Honestly, that'd be pretty great. Like, I hope she's not as bad as him in the sense that she doesn't have the same horrible thoughts as this guy. But if you're talking about her being more degenerate than him, then yeah, that'd be that'd be pretty cool. It'd be nice if like the protagonist could take this opportunity to actually become a better person, to connect and to realize that not everyone is terrible and that he can like find people who he can just be himself and like make friends with. Like that'd be cool. Anyway, maybe it's backspace. No, I don't have miku.jpg on the desktop. No, I think this is just another picture of Seiratan. But due to the color, I don't blame you for thinking that. Show me what it said. It's totally normal. Basically, just a hello. Uh, what the fuck? Huh? What happened? The fuck? Okay, let me see if I can read all that in the backlog. It's totally normal. Basically, just a hello. Shut up and upload it. Upload. Hello, it's me. Censored. Sorry for sending you an email out the blue like this. It would make me happy if you save my email address. I apologize for dragging you into my little trip today, but I had a lot of fun. I never been to a store like that before. I think it was because I was with you, censored. What time are you coming to school tomorrow? Or the reason I'm asking is I want to say hello in the morning, kinda. I'm hoping we run into each other tomorrow, even if it's just by chance. Bye, I'll send you another email sometime. Good night. Shut up. Green was being obnoxious, so I decided to type in the whole message for him. Of course, I didn't type in our personal information. Okay. Uh, there was a file named miku.jpg. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find it. Uh, where is it? Where is it? Damn it. I'll see that later. But yeah, I'll just believe you for now. But where's the fun in that, lol? He needs to become even worse. No, no, for the love of God, I'm. Please give me a story where like this protagonist actually like learns from his mistakes and becomes a better person. Please, I can't endure much more of this. I can't endure this becoming even worse. Please, for the love of God, no, no. Hmm. What is this? It feels like she's head over heels for you. Die in a fire, Nightheart. Fuck you, Grin. Help me out here, man. It's some kind of trap. Right, right. It's all a big conspiracy. You're overthinking things, aren't you? It sure looks like she's into you. You're almost at the good ending. Base grin once again. Will she actually fix him? You know, I really hope so. I know it's a vain hope. I know it's not gonna happen, but I'd be so happy if like she was the reason he became a better person and that was the whole romance of the story. I'd be so happy. But anyway, I mean, this isn't possible. I'm a creepy otaku. Maybe if you stop thinking that about yourself, like you would stop thinking so badly about others and then you could actually start developing some like healthy relationships. Would you look at that? First you stop hating yourself, then you stop hating others, and then you become a normal person. Wow. Wow. I can't even. Why would a cute girl from the real world want to date me? Lol, dude, you're just bragging now. Base green once again. Help me out here. Calm down, you're just overthinking things. She and you have a lot in common, right? There aren't many nice girls like that left. Cringe grin right there. But yeah, I agree with most of what he said. I knew that, but she was too nice. It was creepy. You don't get to. Oh, anyway. Grin found out his day one is a fake cell. I hate every part of that sentence you just typed, Big Pew. I mean, the stalker stuff at the start was a little much, but that just goes to show how much she likes you, right? She's an anime fan, right? She's like the ideal GF for an otaku anyway. Get her to go along with all your weird ass fantasies. Make sure like that she's okay with it first. But aside from that, beige grin once again, that actually sounded pretty appealing. Yes, yes. Don't be creepy about it, but yes, do that, please. No, 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 no. That's just what she wanted me to think. God damn it. Why? Why? Just improve. Just a bit, please. Just a bit. She came on to you. Be grateful. Yes. Base grin. I'm not. Yeah, right. You want to date her really badly, right? This is your chance to. You really don't need to. Whatever. That's okay. You'll never get another chance like this. I'm sure of it. Yeah, but again, 95% of what Green is saying is based and correct. So go for it. Stop being a wimp and go for it. Be like Nightheart, but in the real world. Go for it. Yes. If only I could, life would be so much easier. Look, if you're hesitating, that's fine. That's completely fine. That is actually completely reasonable. Just don't fuck this up. Don't be an asshole. That's all you need to do. Again, you can hesitate. You can be a bit awkward. This is your first time. It's fine. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just please stop being an asshole for once in your life. That's all I ask. This guy is gonna be the end of his bloodline. Well, not really. Like he has a sister, so she can continue the bloodline in his place. So at least there's that. Talking to her today and the day before taught me that. Green is real. Main character needs to learn that life is so much better when you do things without thinking. Based and correct. Big Pew, based and correct. Why is the Protect so paranoid? He's a loner who lives in a shipping container. There's nothing to be stolen, like be murdered for. I mean, there is his large collection of like figures, but outside of that, yeah, you have a good point. His virginity. A good one, son. Bitches love dorks. Again, Big Pew based and correct once again. It could be fun and make me happy, but it was also exhausting and a pain in the butt. If you could just lose that second part, then that'd be totally understandable. If it was that hard, I'd be better off living a peaceful, relaxing life with Chudiga. Don't do it for your sake, because you don't deserve anything. Do it for her sake. Do it to make a girl who actually deserves it happy. Have a little empathy for once in your life and do something for others instead of for yourself. You piece of shit. So I decided I'm actually gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I decided not to read Yua's email. The fuck is this? The fire was burning. Long tongues of flames danced within the incinerator. Inside it, a sailor uniform and several textbooks were being burnt to ash. What? A house in the foothills, overlooking the Seto Inland Sea. In the distance, you could hear the whistles of the ships. A salt breeze gently shook the trees around the house. Despite her idyllic surroundings, the small girl in front of the incinerator, Kozue Orihara, was in a miserable state. Okay, I was going to say something perverted, but no, this is a serious situation. Let's not become Takumi here. Her eyes reflected the red light of the fire as she watched the sailor uniform and textbooks burn to ash in the incinerator. Until yesterday, that had been her uniform, and those had been her textbooks. She was the one who had to put them in the incinerator, but she must have still felt some attachment to them because she kept staring at them. Suddenly, she winced in pain and put her hands tightly over her ears. She opened her mouth, but that was all she could do. She couldn't moan or cry. All she could do was gasp for breath. She kept shaking her head as if begging for something to stop. Then she collapsed, falling onto the ground. She looked up, exhausted, at the sky. I left for an hour. Why is he suddenly a good person? He isn't. Like, whatever you thought you saw, like, it was a mistake. He's just been getting worse and worse, Arma. Also, welcome back. No, no, he is. He is. He very much is. Again, just whatever you think you saw, you didn't. He's just been getting worse and worse. She fixed him, kind of. Not even close. She stayed there, unmoving, for several minutes. And then suddenly she turned around. She was staring at the house's veranda. The house was made of wood and over 50 years old. Even though it was still daytime, much of the veranda was shrouded in deep shadow, leaving it in darkness. She slowly staggered up and walked toward it. Just then her mother appeared, as if she'd been waiting. Oh, Kozue, I've been looking for you. Do you have all your things together? Kozue nodded and sat on the veranda. In just 2 days, you'll be saying goodbye to this house, huh? Her mother stood behind her and looked at the peaceful Seto Sea. It's your first time going to Tokyo, right? I hope you make some good friends there. Kozue didn't reply to her mother's kind words. She didn't shake her head or nod. She just stared sadly at the incinerator in the corner of the yard and the flames that still rose from it. Hmm. It was a week after, on a school day, as usual. I headed to the school in a gloomy mood, staring down at my feet as I went. uh, Let me read some comments here. You're clearly a fake cell. Real man would kill for another man's eroge correct collection. I feel like I prefer to just stay with my own. Thank you very much. I left for an I left for an hour. Why is he suddenly a good person? Oh no, low. He's being gaslit by the Killer. Bro, I had to live from the cringe. Please let him be slightly less insufferable. Nope. I'm sorry. Like, again, I don't blame you for leaving due to the cringe. Like, not at all. But yeah, if you came back hoping that it was less cringe, slightly, maybe, but not really. Transition of doom and agony. Why did it change so fast? Zero collection for me. Fall was clearly at hand. The trees in Shoto Park were changing colors, and I was starting to feel cold in my short sleeved shirt. Since I spent almost all my time in my room, it always felt strange when the seasons changed like this. It still felt like summer to me. I spent the whole weekend playing ESO. Green kept asking about Yua, but I just ignored him. Like the amazing friends, quotation marks, you are. You hadn't sent me any more messages. Maybe she'd given up when I hadn't replied. I wouldn't blame her. You piece of shit. You rude piece of shit. I certainly. So does it? So Arma, does it feel like the protagonist improved to you? Because to me it doesn't. Like a girl to like summarize things. A girl like is being really nice to him to the point where she sent a really kind and loving email saying that she essentially just wanted to get to know him better and was excited to go out with him. And this is how he's treating her. So, do you feel like he improved, Armor? Do you really? Because I don't think so. Whenever I talked to her, I always felt myself wavering. I started to feel hope. Go for it, you fucking bitch. But there was no point in a creepy. I hate you. I hate you so much. the, the only things I hate more than this guy are in the real world. That's how much I hate him. He is such a despicable fictional character that the only things I hate more are actually real bad stuff. Was this being a public service announcement or why you shouldn't date otakus? Look, we're not all like that, okay? Like, if that was the point, then this is unfair. Like, I'm sure there are some people like him, and yeah, they don't deserve anything, but like, people shouldn't generalize like that, okay? But anyway, I would rather do taxes than read his lines. That's fair and correct. Like the anti-piracy ads. You wouldn't download a car, but like you wouldn't be someone's 3D girlfriend. You know what? Not otaku in general, but if this game is a PSA to like warn girls about guys like this, like that's based and correct. Like that should be the case. Yes. I lived my whole life without ever having hope fulfilled. Says the dude with like says the dude with undivorced parents, a really nice sister, a really good friend who doesn't judge his weird interests, like a ton of money. But sure, your life has no hope. Like zero. There's zero happiness in your life. You fucking ungrateful piece of shit. Like maybe if you could stop feeling so sorry for yourself, you could realize that you have it very good. There are people in the world who would kill for what you have. That's why I lost interest in 3D girls. Why? Why? Because like you didn't try, so they obviously like didn't talk to you. Like none of them up until this point have said anything bad to you. So like the only thing I can assume is that you didn't do anything and were mad that girls weren't like instantly attracted to you for zero reason. Anyway, no, he doesn't. Like again, Armor, don't try to give him the benefit of the doubt. Trust me, he's going to disappoint you every time. Bro in school and talk about living a whole life. Every time he speaks, I flinch a bit because I'm scared he will say some cringe stuff. Flinch like an abuse victim. Maybe he didn't abuse you physically, but he emotionally abused you through the screen. Please tell me he has depression so I can maybe understand. Each cringe sentence is like a drunk stepdad punch. Lamau. Uh, you said you wanted to write something, right? You have a very bright future in writing ahead of you, Armor, if you can write such peak dialogue, such peak sentences like this. Like I'm being genuine here. Please don't make me hope. Please don't have any hopes for me. Suddenly, someone patted me on the shoulder from behind. I turned around, expected to see Nanami or Misumi, but was surprised. Nishijo. Her cheeks were a little flushed, and she was smiling at me. For some reason, she was out of breath. I thought I saw you in the distance, so I ran to catch up with you. Thank you, Owe. I won't kill you for that. Why did you want to kill me? Please don't do that. Why the fuck did you want to kill me, Arma? What did I do to you? I guess I did subject you to this game, so you know what? If it's for that, then fair, fair. uh, hadn't she given up? Why did she still have hopes for me? Don't do it for yourself. You deserve nothing. You deserve to die on a ditch. Do it for her. She deserves the world. Give the world to her. Because she deserves it, not you. You piece of shit. Die on a ditch. Good morning, Nishijo. Yeah. I finally got to say it. It took 4 days, counting the weekends. Oh, I sent you an email last week. Did you read it? Sorry, but I might have to stop just for a minute to drink some water. My throat is killing me. By the time I realized I nodded, it was too late. Good, you didn't answer, so I thought you hadn't received it. Thought about sending it again a bunch of times, but I'm glad I didn't. You're too sweet, you're too precious. You played this game and we're 5 seconds late to the stream. That's public execution. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. You are completely justified in that. Remember, you have to activate gremlin mode to enjoy this. Rip your heart out and give it to her. Yes. What did she want me to do? Was I supposed to fall in love with her? Yes. Be her boyfriend? Yes. And then we were supposed to be a happy, loving... Yes! Impossible. That kind of thing was for... Why? Why are you like this? Why do you give me hope and then snatch it right out of my hands? I swear to Christ. Mr. Obscure Anime, I think I'm tired of this guy's nonsense. I don't blame you. I'm going to take a face nap. Goodbye, Big Pew. And you're completely justified in that. Good night to you. Impossible. Is that kind of thing was for other people, not me. I wanted to do it, but there was no way I could. Yes, there is. If you just stop being a bitch. I still didn't understand why Yua liked me anyway. I couldn't trust her. So it was just impossible. Nishijo, what's wrong? He is wrong. Just entirely. Huh? And you're just standing there. I started walking fast to leave. I hate this. I started walking fast to leave her behind, but she jogged to catch up to me. You're a complete piece of shit. To an unbearable degree. I went to your class the other day, but you weren't there. I was worried you might have gotten a cold or something. I'm glad you're okay though. You know, there was an anime I saw recently called Bang Dream that had a girl that's like she didn't want to go to school. And she didn't have a trauma or anything, but like she just didn't see a point. Like Arma said, this doesn't apply to this protagonist, but she was like actually depressed. But like through interacting with her friends and like uh like getting to experience like the joys of interacting with others and doing things together and enjoying a hobby with other people, she found a reason to go to school again and began attending like every day. And like all her friends were really happy when that happened. I really wish this would be the case for this game, you know? I really wish this protagonist. I know it's a vain hope, but am like I still am hoping that this protagonist can like go on a similar journey of improvement and become a legitimately good person, you know? Vain hope, I know, but I want to believe. I'm glad you're okay though. I only, huh? I only come to school every once in a while. Everybody thinks I'm a hikikomori. Everybody is correct. You're disgusted, aren't you? You learned who I really am, and now you don't like me anymore, right? Shut the fuck up, Takumi, please. Please, I can't endure more of this. That's fine, I never expected anything in the first place. Go ahead, think I'm creepy, and then just leave me alone. Dude, that's the first time I actually felt like I actually like feel sorry for you. Look, clearly you have some problems. Clearly you hate yourself. And like that's fine. Sometimes people just feel like that. And I totally understand that. Wait, what? No, why am I saying all this to this guy? No, what the fuck? No, he doesn't get to say that. No one told him that he's creepy. He has no reason to believe any of this. This is all just in his fucking head. He doesn't deserve any fucking sympathy. What the fuck? What the fuck am I talking about? No, fuck you. You're an asshole. The only reason like you're sad is all you. Like you're like literally the only person that's responsible for your own problems. Sorry, I went off there. I see, but I'm glad we were able to see each other today. I didn't know how to react to that. Maybe just realize that for once, maybe just for once in your life, realize that there are nice people in the world and appreciate that. Please, for the love of God. I found myself staring into her smile. Our eyes met, and then I quickly lowered my gaze. Why wasn't she treating me like she thought I was creepy? No one did. This is literally all in your heads. And anyway, if you're coming to school once in a while, I think you can't be a hikikomori. Bless your soul. I'm sorry. It's really none of my business. But it's really hard. If that's true, then I think that's really impressive. Do it for her, man. Like, do it for her. She deserves to be happy, please. Huh? That wasn't something I ever expected to hear. What was impressive about a loser like me? She's appreciating that you are making at least an effort to come to school despite how difficult it is. There are nice people in the world. You smiled gently at me. It was a smile that could heal a wounded heart. That's how it felt to me. Your heart isn't wounded, you're just. You get the point. You're coming to school even though it's hard. Most people just wouldn't come if it was that hard. But I'm an otaku and I'm creepy. You're the only one that thinks that about yourself. Like, dude, you really need to stop hating yourself. Then maybe you stop hating others. Maybe, like, all the hate that you feel towards others is just because you can't abandon this, like inferiority complex. Okay. I like hearing the things you have to say. What? Why was she telling me all this? Why did it feel so good? It felt like she was holding me in a warm embrace. She is. Or like she was telling me that it was okay for me to be here. Maybe with her help, I could go back to being an. Yes! 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 Oh no, that's the first bell. Suddenly, I realized that there were barely any students left around us. They'd all gone inside the school building. Alright, Nishijo, I'll see you later. Oh, are you free after school? Uh huh. And if you don't mind, could we go home together? She spoke softly, her cheeks turning a little red. I'll be waiting in the courtyard after school if you decide you want to come. Oh, but don't feel like you have to. Bye. She bowed politely and headed off to the third year wing. As I watched her go, I pinched my cheek. Just as I thought, this wasn't a dream or a delusion. Spent the whole day's worth of classes in a daze. I don't think I heard a single thing the teacher said. I just rested my chin on my hand and stared out at the autumn sky. Neither my classmates nor the teachers paid the slightest bit of attention to me. But Yua paid attention to me. She wasn't like the rest of these as what did they do? You didn't go talk to them, so they didn't go talk to you. Like that's completely reasonable. Oh, how is this asshole behavior? Like, what do you want? She wasn't like the rest of these assholes. I sat there the whole day thinking about her and indulging in one delusion after another. Before I knew it, school was over. Hey Taku, another date today? Things are going really well with that girl in the glasses, right? Hey, don't tell me you're holding back just because you're a neat. If she likes you, whether you decide to date her or not, it's just polite to have. What are you? What were you going to say there? I'm not doing that. Hey, why are you so loud? I'm not doing things like that with you. Fucking kill me at this point, man. I'm not doing things like that with you. Huh? Are you still talking that way? Why are you giving up before you even started? Isn't it about time you graduated from being a hikikomori? Base Misumi. Everyone in his life, every single person in his life is just wants what's best for him. And he just can't accept to save his own life. Fucking infuriating, bro. Just genuinely. I'm not a hikikomori. That's not what I meant anyway. Misumi only cared about sleeping with girls. He wouldn't understand. Like, fuck. I ran past a confused looking Misumi and quickly left the classroom. Dude's just rooting for him and you treating him like complete shit. Why do I even bother anymore? The fastest way to get to the courtyard from the second year classrooms was to go across the connecting corridor to the third year students building and then head downstairs, at least as far as I knew. I didn't come to school that often, so I didn't know what led where. I didn't know where some places, like most of the special classrooms, were. Okay, let me read some comments and then we'll continue. Is the sky blue kind of questions? No, he doesn't deserve her. No, no, no. True. That is true. Owe genuinely started crying. I did, out of fucking frustration. Good choices being made. Sadly, I'm too powerful. To bear the weight of trash, you must become trash. A reason to go to school that exists, lol. When you were supposed to cringe laugh. True incel. Not even a insult. He's the best representation of it. Again, I feel like he's a much more exaggerated version, at least from what I've seen. But I get what you mean, that a lot of like genuine incels like blame other people for what are like their own issues. Like they have issues, and instead of acknowledging and like improving on them, they just want to blame everyone else for it. And that goes for like both types of incels, both like male incels and female incels. There is no difference. They both exist and they both do this shit. And it's fucking infuriating. So in that sense, I think I understand what you mean and I agree. A true floor cell over here. If he was your carpet, would you step on him? I'm being really tempted right now. And just like that, he already folded like paper. Reformation. Oh, hell nah. You're supposed to be my carpet, damn it. True facts. No, they're assholes, bro. Just roll with it. Lolo. What? MC was denying the clapping allegations. You guys are something else. So I was a little nervous when I went down the connecting corridor. There was a girl standing in the middle of the corridor, staring up at the sky. She had a very stern expression on her face. She didn't seem lost in thought or anything like that. Okay. She was clearly in a place that would block traffic, but she wasn't moving at all. Just go around her. It's not that hard. Come on, I know you hear my footsteps getting closer. Get out the way, I'm in a hurry. Go around. You fucking diseased brain muppet. For some reason, she felt like a DQN. It's all in your head. It's all in your fucking head. I needed to make sure not to get closer or let her notice me. Yes, yes, correct. Finally. Yes. Just as I tried to walk past this girl who I decided to call Girl B. Hey, crap, she talked to me. Was she going to mug me? Or was she going to say she didn't like my face and then take me to her group of DQN friends so they could beat me up? You have whatever. You know what I'm going to say. I'm not going to repeat myself. Please no. What did I ever do to you? I glanced over at her to find she was glaring at me. Who are you? Huh? I wasn't sure how to answer that. Was Takumi Nishijo, obviously. But I never met this girl, so there was no way she would know that. She must be planning to do something really terrible to me. I sure wish she did. Sorry. I bowed quickly, then being careful not to look at her, and then ran away at top speed. See, protagonist, this is why you deserve to be beat up. Anyway, being an incel isn't just blaming others, it can also come from intense self distaste. He's the latter. I think it's both. Like most people in that position that I've seen have both. Like it's a intense self distaste that causes a hatred of others. You know, it's that kind of thing. I ran down the staircase in the third year wing and out the doors, then glanced behind me. The scary girl doesn't seem to have followed me. Phew, the 3D world was an awful place. There were traps everywhere. I can't even. I can't fucking even. Nah, she looks like she would beat me up. I mean, I kinda understand. Look, if it was anyone else, I could kinda see the point, but with this guy, no, no. It's just all in his head. All his problems are just all in his fucking head. I took a few deep breaths and looked around the courtyard. The courtyard was between the pool and the school building, and was really more of a corridor than a yard. There were flower beds placed at regular intervals where purple flowers bloomed. What were those flowers called? I didn't know. I saw Yua standing in front of one of the flower beds, staring down at it while she waited. She was really here. She was really waiting for me. Not for anybody else, just for me. Yes. Go. Yua wasn't going to betray me. Maybe I could believe in her after all. Maybe she could save. Yes. Yes. Oh, Yua looked up and noticed me. And then her eyes went wide in surprise. I stood there, looking away in embarrassment. Didn't know if it was okay to walk up to her or not. Yes. Why was she surprised? Did I mess up by. No. As I tried to figure out what to do, she ran up to me. You surprised me. Huh? You really came. I'd almost given up because I thought you weren't coming. I'm so glad I waited. I was surprised. She might have the same kind of mentality I did. The kind that was pessimistic about everything. Hey, maybe you have something to relate. Maybe you could like help improve her just as much as she can do good for you. Maybe you can become a genuinely good couple that can grow with each other. Maybe, maybe. Okay, he likes clingy girls. Write it down. But there was one big difference between Yua and me. I was pessimistic and didn't do anything. Yua was pessimistic but took action. Yes, take inspiration from her. And that was something I really respected about her. Finally, character develop. Finally, I wanted to be that way too. I thought, yes, yes. Will you walk home with me? I nodded in response to her. Yes, yes. Finally, progress. She and I headed for the school gate together. I felt kind of embarrassed as we walked home. It felt like other students were shooting me jealous glances. The more I started to notice people staring, the more I started to freeze up. Should I know there was no way could walk home with a girl? Don't mind them. Like, now you actually have a reason to dislike those people, and now you shouldn't let them take away from your happiness. Like, you're doing well, protagonist. You're finally doing well. Don't ruin this. Hmm? Who was that fucking random? What the fuck? I passed by a teacher I didn't recognize. Actually, the only reason I thought they were a teacher was that they were wearing a suit. But did we have any teachers that young? I rarely came to school, so of course I didn't know who our teachers were or what they looked like. Sometimes I forgot my homeroom teacher's face. The teacher in the suit looked around, seemingly lost, before heading toward the school building. Is something wrong? Oh, I quickly shook my head and started walking alongside her again. This is going too well. Please don't die. I'm going to be happy either way. If he dies, he's just paying for his past sins. And if he gets to live and continues improving, then that's also a win. Like, either option will make me happy. The base was 10 minutes away from school, which was a bit farther than the train station at Shinsen Yua used to go home. So I guess I was walking her home instead of the other way around. Out of sheer habit, I walked us to Shoto Park, cutting. You meant her. Yeah, please don't die, Yua. You don't deserve anything bad happening to you. Cutting through it diagonally shaved a minute or so off the commute. You sometimes eat breakfast here in the morning, don't you? I was going to ask, how do you know that? But you are kind of a stalker, so yeah, she probably learned it from that. Oh, yeah. How did she know? I thought so. I saw you here a lot, but some days you were here and some days you weren't. And today I finally figured out the reason. It's because you only come to school a few days a week, right? Oh, I'm not saying that that's bad or anything. I'm just saying I was curious. Yeah, you suddenly stopped and looked over at the bench where I always ate breakfast. Right now it was empty. For some reason, whenever I saw you sitting here, you looked so sad. One sec. Uh, okay. I really should have saved earlier, but anyway. She suddenly leaned forward just a little and ran her fingers across the back of the bench. The more I saw you, the more I began to wonder about you. The bench was right in front of the fence surrounding the lake. Since I always sat facing the lake, I didn't need to worry about anyone gazing at me. There was also a small water hill right next to it, which was another reason I liked it. It served to partially hide me. Lately, on the days I didn't see you, I was so worried I couldn't eat. That's a bit much, but that's like a nice thought. But you really shouldn't be so worried about someone you barely know. Like it's nice, but a bit unreasonable, just a bit. Really, I hadn't noticed her watching me at all. It's silly, isn't it? Worrying so much about a person I never even talked to. Well, at least she's self-aware. But I didn't have the courage to talk to you. Hmm, that's understandable. She must have worked up a lot of courage to be able to do what she did. And that is really admirable of her. So that was why that was why she was acting like a stalker at first. She wasn't a stalker, she was just really worried about me, maybe. It could be both, but anyway. Can I sit down? I want to know what it is you were always looking at. Didn't really have a reason to say no. I nodded, still looking out at the lake. She put her bag on the bench and then quietly sat down. Then she sat upright with a good posture, looking at the lake. It was so quiet, so peaceful, and she was right there with me. The soft wind made ripples on the water and gently rustled through her hair. Was this what it was like to have a normal life? Yes. And here's the thing, you can have a normal life and like anime and play all the games that you like playing. Crazy, I know. It was just a normal day, a normal situation. So why did it feel like I was about to cry? You know what? That's perfectly reasonable. Finally, he is like actually valuing uh at least one of the good things happening to him. And you know what? I'll take it. Genuine character development. Finally, this feels like a nice place to have breakfast. I watched her from the side as she quietly spoke. If we were in an age game, this would totally be when I asked her to be my girlfriend. She'd say yes, we'd kiss, and that would be the good ending. Depending on the route, maybe we'd even engage in some naughty outdoor fun. Why are you like this? You know what? No, I'm not even gonna say that. She is just as, if not more, freaky than him, as she showed. So yeah, I bet she's thinking the same in that like little noggin of hers. So you know what? Fair protagonist. Fair. Maybe I'll try it too sometime. She tilted her head to look up at me. Unable to speak, I turned my gaze toward her bag. As I stared at the three ghetto froggy straps on it, I cursed myself for being too lame to talk to a girl. I'm a bit too curious. So let's see the horny delusion. Wait, wait a second. Did I just see something? What was I looking at? Ghetto Froggy, a character popular with high school girls. I'd seen it somewhere before. Where? With your sister? Oh, right. Nanami had the same strap on her phone. That was all. That's right. What was I thinking? Why did I feel so scared all of a sudden? I was just being a dork. Nanami said that Gero Froggy was really popular with teenage girls. Wouldn't be unusual at all for you to have some of that stuff. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Really, having a vivid imagination could be a handicap sometimes. God exhausting being afraid of your own delusions. Nishijo? She looked up at me, tilting her head. I quickly forced myself to smile back. Oh, that thing's really popular, huh? Ghetto Froggy. Wasn't that also in the cafe room 36? Yes, we already established that she was there. She was the one at cafe room 36. Like researching about like the new gen murders. I thought that was obvious. I thought like there were enough hints that to for us to kind of figure that out, you know? Huh? What kind of reaction is that? Why do you look so tense? Did I say something wrong? All I did was talk about Garo Froggy, so I. The smile disappeared from her face. She turned her head down so I couldn't see what her expression was like anymore. The bad feeling hadn't gone away, the deja vu I'd felt since I'd seen the three Garo Froggies on her bag. Had I really seen them before? I'd seen three Garo Froggies somewhere before, and you was afraid that I remember where. Oh, so uh, yeah, I guess I guessed it already, but the protagonist still hasn't connected the dots. Fucking dumbass. Anyway, sense of distrust welled up within me and began to take control of my heart. Should I trust her or not? You know about Ghetto Froggy, huh? Her voice was trembling. It's really popular, huh? I don't really think it's that cute. But a few of my friends gave me these. The next thing I knew, I had three of them. Her words were sounding more and more natural as she talked. Yeah, now that the protagonist isn't like super cringe anymore, like I can finally agree that yeah, she is being really suspicious right now. Like, what is she trying to hide? Like, surely it isn't like such a bad thing to just have three ghetto froggies, right? She wasn't looking at me. She wasn't looking at me and smiling a moment ago. She'd been so peaceful, so kind. I felt so hollow and empty. Please don't say another word, I whispered in my heart. Want you see them? She reached out toward her bag and tried to take the straps off. Just hang on. Her hand was shaking a little. Maybe she was nervous because she couldn't get them off. That's strange. Why won't they come off? They all tangled up? Oh, she finally yanked one out by force, knocking the bag off the bench. It hadn't been zipped up, so her notebooks and textbooks went spilling everywhere. Oh dear, what am I doing? Just a few minutes ago, I would have thought the whole scene was very moe, but now all I could do was stare in shock because, by chance, one of the notebooks that fell on the ground had fallen open, and the small memos on and newspaper clippings in it had scattered everywhere. Must have been some kind of scrapbook because all the clippings and memos had to do with one subject: the New Gen murders. I could see it clearly. New Gen. Why? Given everything we know about like this whole situation, it doesn't really seem that suspicious that she be interested in them. Like lots of people are interested. Maybe she just wants to know a lot more. Maybe she's interested in the case. Like this, I I really don't feel like this is too suspicious, honestly. My voice was hoarse. She was hurriedly Though, to be fair, she is trying to hide it, so she isn't doing herself any favors. She was hurriedly trying to pick up the clippings and notes and stuff, then back into her bag. She stood up, holding it tightly to her chest. Her smile was gone, replaced with an awkward expression. What is that? She didn't answer me. Why won't you answer me? Come on, say something. If you don't answer, I'll think you're hiding something. She definitely is. And just when I was about to believe you, just when I thought you were going to be on my side, just when I was starting to believe that. What if she's just not okay sharing this with you, dude? Like, people are allowed to have secrets even among friends, you know? Just. This really isn't that suspicious. But I should know that this character would, like, turn this into, like, the worst thing ever. Don't believe anybody. Don't listen to anything anyone says. Sailor was right all along. Are you serious, dude? This isn't even that bad. She probably like is just interested in the case and like is all like embarrassed or like she doesn't want to share it with you for some reason. Like there's really nothing bad going on. Just 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 when I was thinking that this protagonist there might be hope for this guy, just fucking all 3D. I'm not reading that. Even Yua didn't like me. She was just trying to get close to me for some reason of her own. And what's the issue with that? People are fucking allowed to have reasons to like approach others. Like, what's so wrong with having a reason to talk to somebody? Like, it doesn't mean she doesn't like you. It's so stupid. I just come on, man. She was just trying to get close to me for some reason of her own. Maybe she was going to turn me over to the police. Maybe she was going to threaten me. I can't fucking even, man. You know what? It's already late. It's already past the stream time. So, let's just end this here, okay? But I only have 8, so... Nah, it's fine. Good, I am so done. So am I, man. Like, just telling you guys, next stream is going to be Doki Doki Literature Club. I need a fucking rest from this game, man. We're going to be going for the good ending route. Then after that, I'm going to read the side stories, and when we're done with that game, we're going to be no, you know what? I'm going to alternate exactly so I can get through this. Next stream is going to be Doki Doki Literature Club. Like I said, we're going to be going through the good ending routes and trying to get some of the side stories. Then the stream after that is going to be this. Then the one after that is going to be more DDLC, and we're going to be alternating because that's the only way I'll be able to get through this, man. I can't fucking even. But yeah, good night everybody, and welcome, and like thank you for participating in the stream. Bye.